I was
You got
watching,
some.
listening to this book all day, and the whole time I was like, "Yo, get off this dude's dick." This is like
What?
this was like it's like so. I already told you guys about
Wait,
my
wait, 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 wait. So you wait. This is what you just texted about yesterday, right?
no. So it's connected though. It's actually connected. Okay. So as I said last week, I listened to this book called My Vampire System, which got
Is that
so
wait,
much
wait,
better.
that's that bullshit that keeps showing up on TikTok?
Yes, but
I have
200
never
What?
episodes.
seen that
Listen,
shit
but
before.
Heard
What are you
that on
talking
TikTok.
about?
Then
oh
you
my
get
god,
3 different trailers for this show, and all of
it's
them are
all different.
drastically different premises. It
It's
doesn't
all
make
different.
sense.
But I'm telling you, listen, 200 episodes in, I am hooked, bro. Like I have to know how this ends, bro. Like I am just addicted to it now. Anyway, but
Credit.
I hit
They
my
give this nigga the Naruto standard background, and it says,
right,
"My parents died. I don't have power. I don't have this. I got kicked out of the orphanage. I got hit by a
Okay.
car." And bro, it's like, what
Okay.
the?
Okay. So when will it be revealed that they have the most powerful entity inside them? That they have a bloodline, a
no, they
lineage.
don't.
That
They,
they're
well,
that
as far as
they're
I'm
the
aware,
actual son of a very powerful figure. Like
as far as I'm
that they're
aware,
the
He's
child of
already no, no,
destiny.
no, no, no. From the start, you know he's the child of the 2 strongest people.
Hmm.
no. But okay, that's what they say in the ad. But in the actual story, they never say that. And at some point, the book even tells them like, as far as I'm aware, you're not that special. Like you're just a guy. Like there's 4 different important houses, and you're like not even on their level. You're not
They
even
already talk about that in the trailer. What the
Just
fuck?
wait.
yeah.
Yeah.
No. Austin, there is so much lore in this shit. There's lore to the lore, bro. I was so hooked in it. I was like, this is so fucking fun. Um, but I reviewed the first part last week. This week, I'm gonna review part 2 tomorrow. That's all I want to talk about. So I couldn't
Okay.
continue listening to it, and so I had to listen to some other book just to pass time because my job is kind of mindless. So I listened to this one like Library of the Heavenly Path, and it's about this like teacher who's like shitty, but then he gets this ability where he can just teach perfectly, and I think I was like, and it's okay, but I think I was just mad because like everyone's on this dude's dick like all the time. Like the teachers are like, wow, you can't really teach. Oh my God, you're the teacher. You're teaching that student. I'm like, yo, get off his dick. Like, you can't teach a class. Holy
Can
shit.
y'all hear my TV, by the way?
No, I can't hear it.
Okay.
I also think that teacher will make me mad though, because his ability is kind of broken. Like his thing is like he can see the flaw, the perfect flaw in anything you do because of his ability.
You know that it's Karnak, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But it goes deeper because like this one will make me mad. So like his student will like punch like once, and then he'll be like, "Oh, I see. Your parents divorced when you were 2 years old." What?
What?
No. To be fair, Karnak can do that, but only if we're talking.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Well, they're not talking. They're just
So
doing
he,
their
no, no,
move.
so he sees the flaw. You're cause like he reads your emotion when you talk, like your face and everything while you talk about stuff, and he figures out the content clues like that.
Oh no! This dude would you'll just do like your whole katas and everything. You know, be like, "Oh, I see. So you broke your hip when you were in football
So
practice like 3 weeks ago."
he
Like, what?
he must be fun at parties, Jake, is what I'm hearing. You know,
Oh
like
well, yeah. Well, to be fair, Karnak will know that.
yep.
If he see you do a move and your hip shifts wrongly, or in a weird way, he'll be like, "Oh, you broke your hip like 5 years ago."
It's true, but he attracts like the weirdest haters. Like everyone in this school wants him to fail, but his students are like, "Yo, I ain't gonna lie to you. This dude, I thought he was an ass teacher, but he's kind of godly, bro. He got that knowledge. I like how his knowledge is so great because of his ability that this girl, his first student, has a father who's like an elite, and he kept trying to get her to quit. And so she comes home that day and she's like, she tells him everything she learned from this man. And he's like, damn, I gotta be his student, bro. I gotta go back to school and get my education. I gotta be this man's student. I'm like, dog, that's crazy. That's crazy, bro. But I don't know. It like I only had to listen to this because I couldn't finish my vampire system today. But I was like, damn, bro, these fucking haters are killing me. But no, Austin, my vampire system, I'm telling you, it's very generic at first. But when you get to like
Nah, it better be after what I figured.
you,
Don't
but
trip this. If I get a chance, I'm gonna send you those trailers. You don't have to watch them, but just know you
Okay.
have the option because you need to like, at least watch one of them one day. Because they will make you think this dude's like If something bad happened, it happened this week. I'm saying that right now.
Wow.
That
No, but,
shit is funny as hell.
You know, in the actual book, things that were in the trailer, after the first couple of chapters, they don't really refer to as like childhood a lot. It's really just like, oh, he's just a weak guy in school, like that. The side, I can't tell you any interesting side. There are things going on, but they're not really like good. They're not good characters. But I think what hooks me is the power system. When I tell you Quinn Talon goes to a training arc and that shit pays off, oh my god, bro! I remember the last fight I was listening to. That shit had me pumped when Quinn came on the scene and you saw all of his training pay off for that one big
He
fight.
knows this nigga name.
I was
Yeah.
nah, bro. This book knows the power of good training arc, bro. Sometimes art that anime sometimes miss, bro.
You hear that, audience? Jake believes it. You
I
know?
Did I sent you that picture, by the way?
Yep. I already got it uploaded, which so all
Beautiful.
good. Yep.
No, but I just want to talk about the other book because I'll be reviewing where I am in my vampire system tomorrow. I think so.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right then. I guess now that we got the jiggles out of the way. You guys want to get started?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, welcome to Comic Fanatic Live, the news and reviews of the week, audience. You're here with me, Cryptid Seeker 415. Intros are for Tuesdays.
You're here with me, Jake Tylenol, and just let the man teach, dog. Just let him teach. Let my dog teach, bro.
What?
I just want my dog Xavier to teach a class, bro. I just I'm tired of the bullshit, dog.
Ace Comics, Bricky Wall. I don't remember the other thing I was gonna say. I've been playing Warhammer Rogue Trader, bro. It's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
If you want Warhammer games, they're all on sale right now. This is the time.
Ooh, nice.
Anyways, hi. I'm Richter. I'm also known as the Witch of Jotunheim. Pronouns they, he. And I will see y'all in San Diego, besties, this weekend at San Diego Comic-Con.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yay.
And together we form the Fanatics, and we talk about the news and reviews of the week. And our special Mondays is our media news. Okay, we'll be talking about the Mortal Kombat 2 trailer. Is it gonna be good?
Well, we know.
Well, I mean, we will. And you know, Kevin Feige had some things he wanted to share with us as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's time to get absolute catty with absolute Catwoman.
Don't ever do it again. That's terrible. That was bad.
You know, you miss every shot you don't take. Yeah? And you know, Zelda and Link, they got some actors. We got casting. Okay, maybe it will be less divisive than the Harry Potter casting. Yes, no,
it was. It just a lot minority situation.
Okay,
yeah,
okay. We also have socials, which is the king of socials. So.
Yeah, I am the king of socials. Unfortunately, I am not the god of socials. I'm the god of other things, but I'm not the god of
socials.
The god of the new social order, bro. That's what.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
Find this man. I want him. I gonna say that. Never mind.
Any whoosies. First of all, you can subscribe to us because if you want to see something really cool later, you're gonna have to scribble to us, okay, besties? Trust. You can also follow us on our Twitter at Comic Fanatic 69. It's with a PH, remember that. Yeah, that's where you get all the cool thumbnails and occasionally some other stuff that I decide to make. I don't know. I haven't made a meme in a while, so let us know if you want memes. Anyways, you can find me personally on my own Twitter at Witch of Jotun with an E instead of a U. And I'm too lazy to change it. You can also find me on TikTok, Instagram, and whatever else I decide to use this this username for at witch_of_Jotunheim. I just finished my my next cosplay you'll see on Thursday, besties. So go check out that video. You can see my struggle real time. Yeah, you can also find me on Blue Sky and Tumblr at Northstar Aria. I am more active on Tumblr, besties, because I never left. Tumblr is safe haven, by the way. Yeah, you can also find me on Windows /Xiao Hung Shu at Witch of Jotun. And if you want to support me financially, I do have a Ko-Fi at Witch of Jotunheim. And yeah, like I said, I'll see y'all in San Diego for Comic-Con. I just have to suffer a couple bus rides to get there. Anyways, you can find Austin at the same place he always is, wherever we decide to put him. Crypt is always in the same spot. He has barely left. And Jake,
What's up?
where you at?
I'm hanging with my boy Quintalum. We're on the Orange Planet, and we trying to get out with some loot. All right.
Jake, spell Excalibur.
EXCALIBUR.
Cool. Well, I was hanging out
stupid.
with some Greeks, so
Mm-hmm.
you know how it be.
Nice.
Actual
Guy
Greek.
was pissed. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say.
I'm gonna
Anyways,
move some
let's
land
get
now. So
I'll introduce the first one because you know I gotta do the show. Every time we do this topic, I gotta do it. Mortal Kombat!
Yeah, you about to let Crypt though. He got the more I don't know, deeper
But he
voice.
never does it. If you do it next time, I'll show you.
All right.
I feel like he'll copy the guy
That's true.
fully with his voice.
Hey, gotta charge up for that. But anyway, so yeah, we got the Mortal Kombat 2 trailer, and sorry to you 3 Cole fans out there, but your boy is out, man. Like this is a Johnny Cage movie.
They made it clear, bro. Y'all are fucked.
Oh my
He
god!
might if they got balls, he gonna die.
Yeah, I just like how like the explanation behind Cole in the first movie was that like the director or whatever was saying, well, we just wanted to have like an outsider coming into the world of Mortal Kombat, and you know him reacting to this world. That's literally any Earth realm character you could have picked, you know, like
It's mainly Johnny Cage because he's the one so far from actual combat, regardless.
yeah.
So for him, he trains. But he's not actually fighting people anymore. Only to be stressed immediately to situation he has to fight to the death. Like that's just funny.
Yep. This whole movie's gonna be the fish out of water story for Johnny Cage. You know, I mean, you do see Cole; he's in the background for 5 seconds. Lewis Tan, I'm so sorry, buddy, man. Like it's not your fault. Like you could have done a good Kenshi or a Reptile or who else? Takeda. Somebody else, but Cole, dude, that's just humiliating, man. But yeah, we got the trailer. We got to see Carl Urban's version of Johnny Cage, and dude, he's just old. Like,
Oh my god, I just remembered my fucking umbrella was in the shower because it was raining today, and I think my roommate's in the shower.
The umbrella that Johnny Cage needed to maybe block the sun.
Shout out to that umbrella, okay?
Yeah.
The most famous Mortal Kombat related umbrella to exist.
This is true.
Yeah.
I think they might have taken it out of the shower, so I think I'm okay.
Gotcha.
I think Shao Kahn beat it up, honestly.
But it's because people don't know. Me and Crit didn't want the Miz. I don't remember Jake had strong feelings about. I remember Jake wanted a younger Johnny, but he didn't really have that strong feelings about it.
Yeah.
It
just felt in your face, but I guess
that's the point they're trying to go with. Though they're going with the older Johnny, who they want to do a modern day film where he was an action star in the '80s, and now his star is faded, and this is the thing was going to rejuvenate his career. And why it could work? I think he looks good. I think he sounds good. The problem is, y'all just made people love and want young Johnny Cage again.
Yeah.
Also, my problem with it is that's most Johnny Cage stories. It's like I was an actor and now I'm kind of falling off.
Exactly. He didn't need to be old for it.
Right.
Yeah. I guess that we have to acknowledge the fact that this is almost kind of like the new 52 take of Mortal Kombat characters, really. Because remember, like they explained, all people's powers came from a tattoo, and that's never been in any Mortal Kombat video game or mythos out there. That's just something they invented.
I'm going to bet they're throwing it away.
Yeah, I bet it won't be in this one either.
Yeah, because they said that tattoo leaves you when you die and stuff, and all this other stuff. And Kano died and lost this, but he's clearly back with his power. And if you look
Yeah.
at him, he does not have the tattoo on his arm.
Yep. So again, I guess they just want to do their own thing at this point. With Johnny Cage being old, you they really have to have a good story in mind in order to justify this audience. Is what I'm trying to say, because everybody wanted the Miz. There are plenty of young other if they
The
didn't feel
Miz
like
wanted the Miz. That man was campaigning.
yeah. He was practicing those splits, audience. Yeah, he was really dedicated to the role, like, hoping he could get a chance to get Johnny Cage, but hey, the stars didn't align. But it is what it is. They chose Carl Urban for a reason, and they're banking on the story being, about him being an old actor, this and that. So I gotta say, they better know what they're doing at that point, because if this doesn't work out good, in that case, they have nobody to blame but themselves. Like, you were the chef. People wanted a cheeseburger with fries, but then you gave them a sloppy Joe with
People like
some.
sloppy joes.
Yeah,
Speaking of which,
yeah.
Yeah,
But
but if you want a
when you
cheeseburger, we got a taste for
exactly,
something. You don't want something else.
exactly, which
speaking of
so
which, I had a good ass cheeseburger today. Cheeseburger and fries, Atlanta. But it wasn't this
I
movie.
didn't.
Oh, I'm sorry.
cheese. You get a sloppy Joe and zucchini fries instead of the cheeseburger and fries you were asking for.
Have you guys ever
But,
tried jalapeno poppers? Those are pretty good.
No,
No.
Or fried zucchini is
You
really good.
sick fuck.
Gotcha. But yeah, we'll see where it goes. I'm pretty sure they're going to throw away the romance between Johnny and Sonia in this. Like,
Yeah, it's weird because he was clearly supposed to be like really early 20s originally, but it
yeah,
seems like he's supposed to be older in this one. So I don't know.
like Johnny looks
If
like
they
he's
want to
in
make
his
this a
50s.
franchise, then eventually I think they are going to still do the romance. Just to
I,
have it interesting.
Johnny's in his 50s and Sonia's like barely reaching 30. I'm like, huh, in this.
Or to be fair, that ain't stopped a lot of couples. But I get
that didn't stop Superman and Lois.
and
Huh?
yeah, I would say it also doesn't stop Mortal Kombat. This is a franchise known for just randomly resetting and not giving a fuck.
Yeah.
For all we
Yes.
we get the third movie, they just say fuck it, time travel, let's go.
In a
It's
way,
bare fuck.
in a way, you could argue this is actually like more lore accurate. You didn't like something, so we just rebooted inside the universe.
Yeah, I guess. Like, yeah, I guess you could go with that. Another thing I wanted to bring up. Geez, so we're 2 movies in, and we're still not going to get a tournament yet.
I thought we are.
I thought the tournament's in this one.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. I don't know. I just thought I saw fight.
In the trailer?
I thought it was
I
just
know I
fight.
didn't have audio on because I
Nah,
was
they do in the
subtitles,
tournament.
but I think I read that somewhere.
They do in the
Yeah, they're
tournament.
going to the tournament.
Yeah.
The problem is it's also being another like fish out of water story.
Yeah.
So
which
we
is-
get 2 in a row, and this one is an even bigger situation. It's like, yeah, also you have to immediately fight the devil. 13. Well, we got 10 wins or some shit.
yeah, it's supposed to be. No. It's supposed to be 10 consecutive wins.
No, I meant like that's how long is the tournament? In the tournament, like 10 wins. We thought you 10 wins first.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking Luke
I know it
Cage.
changes between games,
What?
but I think
No.
it's like,
Luke
There's a-
Cage tournament is 10 wins. I don't know about the in arcade. Yeah, actually, you're right. Maybe in arcade it is.
I know
the
it changes
tournament they have-
depending on the timeline, but
Well, the
tournament-
actual rule,
for
the
Shao
stated.
Kahn to merge the timelines, he has to get 10 consecutive wins in a row.
Oh yeah.
But the actual one tournament, like the one they're entering, don't
It's-
each one side needs 10 wins.
No, I think the rule. Well, the last stated rule was that you just fight until you have no more combatants on each side. You could have one person on your side. That's all that matters.
Yeah, but that usually doesn't end up happening.
Right.
Didn't like Luke Cage just randomly challenge Shang Tsung one time in the tournament?
No. I think actually, if you know about it 9, I think he actually did run out. I don't remember in the movie. I don't remember how it worked in the movie. I think at least I think basically Shang Tsung really is the last boss of this tournament. But no. The problem was that in 9, Shang Tsung could randomly arrange matches on and off the court, which I thought was insane.
Yeah, that's what it was. That was the tournament off.
He would see 2 people be like, "Fight!" What?
He was trying to assassinate people. Like, bro, just go kill him. What the fuck? He wasn't in the trailer, by the way.
Wow.
So we don't even know if we get to fight him before we fight Shao Kahn in this version.
I do have problems though. I have actually I would say a list, but it's really just like 3 major ones. I'm looking at the fight. It looks more spectacle, but I don't think I liked anything. I saw everything looked kind of slow. That was my first complaint. My second complaint is Johnny the one who's gonna beat Shao Kahn? Because I'm okay.
That's what I'm saying. They don't touch Shang Tsung, and it's Shao Kahn's here, and it's Johnny's story. So are we doing another situation where they throw Liu Kang away, even though he's the chosen one?
Right.
Which is happening somehow. It doesn't happen at least 4 times in this franchise.
Right. And I'm like, you could say you can fight Shinnok. Like, I'm all for giving Shinnok to Johnny. I think that's kind of a fun idea. But I don't know about Shao Kahn, though. I think Shao Kahn has to be Liu Kang middle.
Yeah.
Anything is an upgrade from Cole, man. Like, I still can go over the fact that the final battle in the first Mortal Kombat movie was between
My car and girl.
It was. Oh no! I mean, like, in the first movie of this new reboot, right? It was between Scorpion and Sub-Zero, and they squeeze in Cole to be on Scorpion's side. I'm like, really?
Even now, there's somehow Scorpion. Based on that movie, Scorpion has no reason to come back. By the way,
he's the bad man.
And him and Sub-Zero are still both back. Sub-Zero come back and new side out with Ollie, but Scorpion has no reason to want to kill this nigga again.
He's like, oh, you all look the same to me. So,
also they didn't even show his brother. Usually, since after Scorpion killed Sub-Zero, the younger brother, who most people know Sub-Zero, joins to get revenge on Scorpion, but he's not in this trailer. So, are we not doing that because you brought new Silent already in before the brother thing?
Yeah, that sounds like an oversight.
I will say my last thing is I love Carl Urban. I don't see him as Johnny Cage. I really don't. I see him.
No.
I don't.
I think he does good as an older Johnny from like Mortal Kombat 10, but like older Johnny doesn't fit the situation. What's the problem?
I didn't know about he just doesn't. He doesn't want the Cage energy. I feel like he has Cage lines, but no energy. I
can agree with that, but I think he's gonna pick it up in the film.
Look, if this movie was like about the Combat Kids, then yes, I can understand casting Carl Urban as Johnny Cage. But if this is just his first introduction into Mortal Kombat world, nah.
my thing with Mortal Kombat, like, even though Cage is more subdued in 10, he still has the Cage energy. There's still like the charismatic nature, and I think Carl Urban can be a very funny person, but I don't think he does charismatic the way Johnny Cage does. I think that's
no, it does not.
Yeah. This is why I have to say the people behind the production of this Mortal Kombat movie, you better know what you're doing if you specifically casted Carl Urban as Johnny Cage when the fans requested The Miz. Come on, he was right there. Like, he was willing to take that role. He has been in movies before, you know.
Yeah, and you also had a celebrity casting choice right there. I don't. Maybe he couldn't. No, maybe he can't act. I don't know. Maybe he can act. Maybe
he's been in movies before, Jake. He was in the Marines.
He good?
Well, no, I mean he basically just needs to channel.
No, The Miz.
No, The Miz. No, basically he just
needs basically WWE stuff, but The Miz as a character, that's in WWE is already pretty much Johnny Cage.
Yeah, he just has to channel that persona into the movie role, man. You know,
most of his energy, most of his lines are really stuff early cocky Johnny Cage would have done. And The Miz as a person has matured, kind of how Johnny did between games from the early games to X. Now, so that journey is kind of some personal he also went through after being humbled by WWE backstage.
Okay. Well, I mean, I would have taken him over Carl Urban. And no offense, because actually, like I said, I love him as Bones. He's a great Bones, which is crazy to me because I said this before. I didn't think anyone could replace the original Star Trek series cast till I saw those movies. But he's a great Bones. He's a great Butcher. I just don't know if these are the type of characters he can play.
He was okay executioner for Hela in Thor Ragnarok.
Oh, I keep forgetting he was in that movie.
Yeah, same here. Man.
I don't know if these are his type of characters. I think this might be a miscast, but because again, it doesn't help that he gets Johnny Cage lines, which is crazy to say, but I think it only highlights more. I don't think he plays it well. But
Yep, definitely. Okay, there's also one negative I kind of want to bring up, like when I saw this trailer, right? Okay, sadly for me, I'm putting Kano in the negative column because I'm a little bit worried about
Thank
the
God.
direction of him. Look, audience, Kano was the best thing about the first movie. All right, let's just throw it out onto the board. All right, I kind of would have liked, yeah, I kind of wanted to see Kano come back. Well, I didn't want to. I knew they were going to bring him back. He was a salvageable character. Just because a character dies in Mortal Kombat doesn't mean they're gone forever. Like, how many characters have just died in the MK lore and then just came back like
Yeah.
next adaptation later? You
Well,
know?
to be fair, most of those people don't come back the same. They come back as zombies, or there's some big like story thing.
well,
Here,
yeah,
just like
except for
here.
except
Well, I
for
mean,
Deadly Alliance. That was the only exception where all the
Yeah.
heroes did die, and then they got brought back because of Liu Kang. And all.
Well, I mean, for Kano, you could have easily just said like, "Oh, okay, he lost his power to shoot lasers from his eye. All right, they do some surgery, mumbo jumbo, and give him a mechanical eye. You know, there you go. You know,
Yeah, but
there
that
isn't
defeats the whole point of the thing. That everyone just we did give Jax bigger arms, robot arms at that point. You know what I mean?
they have technology, man. I'm just saying, like, you know. So, but yeah, no, my biggest worry is that I've noticed in a couple of movies, right, when it comes to sequels, they end up taking the wrong lessons from the first movie
Yes.
and you know, just ruining that concept in the second one, right?
Thank you, Takiti,
Yeah.
Wahidi, wherever your name is.
Taika Waititi, yeah. So I'm worried that like with Kano, like I liked him as, you know, not only was he funny, but you know, he was also dangerous and deadly audience, you know? Like I like that scene when Cabal was describing him. He was like, that no good two-timing scumbag. He's the reason I'm in an iron lung, you know? Like, oh damn. But so but I'm worried like in this movie they're just going to play him off for gags most of the time, you know? He's just going to be the
That's usually
comedic
what
relief.
happens.
Yeah.
I think he got brought back because of some NetherRealm bullshit. That's why we saw him in the NetherRealm fight. So.
He got brought back so Sonya can have something to do, basically.
Oh no, I'm saying like in story. I think it's because of like he's doing something with the NetherRealm, maybe for Quan Chi or whatever, and then they're like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure, but it's like, yeah, he could at least like waited like another film or something.
Yeah.
If you're establishing that people just be brought back, then this combat isn't really mortal, is it? It's just a slight inconvenience. We all come back tomorrow.
It could be
As long as you're bad.
Yeah. I'm just saying in MKX then Liu Kang died. He got killed by Raiden, but in the next game
Yeah, but they never fixed it.
No, yeah, but that was time travel. That wasn't the same game.
Yeah.
No, that wasn't time travel. Like they
No,
literally
It
nine
was.
came out.
guys, and 10
In
gets brought back as a
MK10,
pilot.
yeah.
Yeah.
In 9, he was murdered. He came back as a zombie in 10.
Yeah.
And then in 11, he died to Raiden again.
The
Like the
only,
younger version from time travel.
the only
Okay.
time
No, he was
characters-
about to. And then Raiden realized what was going on.
the only time characters got brought back without consequence was in Deception, because in Deadly Alliance, the bad guys canonically won and killed all the heroes, and then Liu Kang and Ermac worked together to bring them back to life. So,
Gotcha. But all right. So okay.
I will
So,
also say
that's just my
Sindel, but we found out he was evil afterwards.
Gotcha. But you know, speaking of the other characters that are in this movie, yeah, one person that has caused quite commotion I noticed online was actually let me bring them up. Jade.
yeah.
Yeah, I do not like how they refuse to put it in a wig.
I guess they were going for the Dormy Milage look, but again, this goes.
No, this
to
actor's
like-
already bald. That's the problem.
I mean, you could have just given a wig, but
They
That
could've
was it,
made her-
yeah.
they
So
could've made-
she just looks like herself. I just saw her in something else. And she was in one of the horror, a lot of horror stuff recently.
like
They could've
again, like
brighter green. I mean, also
Yeah, that too.
if you didn't give her a power staff audience, you would not be able to tell that this was Jade at
Yeah.
all.
Didn't they do something similar with Melina in the last movie?
Yeah, but well, they just changed her skin color. She still had a virgin in her outfit at least, and
Yeah, she had her
her
size.
thighs and stuff.
She
I
had
don't
her.
know.
She had her
It's
mouth.
been a while since I've seen the first movie. The
Mhm.
last time I saw it, it was still on HBO.
Gotcha. But I mean, she does.
Also, they
she
did
does
not
have her
cast
size.
her as Katana, which is still weird to me because she's a clone of Katana just with a messed up mouth.
Yeah, that's artistic choice, I guess. So I
Artistic
know,
choice. I'll take that.
yeah, I think they did state that they're going to give a reason as to why they gave her the bald look in the context of the movie, but it's just going to be like
The fact there had to be a story point is a problem to begin with.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I know. I don't fault anybody who's not down with this look because it's in there's never been an adaptation of Jade that had this had the bald look to her. You
The
know,
closest we get is
I don't hate it,
11.
but I'm coming from this as someone who's not really that much of a Mortal Kombat person. Like, I'll
gotcha.
technically play it,
I
but
mean,
like I'm not the biggest fan.
I
Yeah.
mean, like one person. I recall one person giving a good example, right? It's like imagine if they were to adapt God of War, and for whatever reason Kratos has hair throughout the has a man bod, throughout that whole movie. I'm like,
Wouldn't he just look like a hipster from like 2012?
Yeah,
but I'm
but
just
that's
saying,
the type of feeling. So like, if you're a Jade fan, her first experience in the film, you'll at least want her to like look like the character. That's what I would tell people. A character first appearance in film should be a big deal. You should probably do your best to make it as accurate looking as you can within your budget.
exactly.
I mean, they changed. I mean, when it came to like other pieces of media I like, they changed Isaac in Castlevania a lot. So
and
I didn't hate
you
it.
had
I
like
just wish that he acted more like Isaac.
To be fair, that asshole creator does that for everything. Sadly.
He was like,
Yeah,
oh yeah, Warren Ellis was like, I want to do a slavery plot line, but there are no characters that can fit that vibe. Let's change this character to fit that vibe. And it's like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah. And what he did to Isaac was a good choice in this story, but that's not Isaac the character, and that's the wrong.
That's not Isaac LaForce. That's just Isaac.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I also have one request that I'm hoping for that they don't do with Jade. Don't do the whole plot line between her and Koto.
Koto's probably Koto is in this movie.
I don't think.
Well, he was there for an Easter egg. You saw a statue of his head sculpt in the first movie.
Yeah, but that means he was probably a formal con. Then he probably is the person that
he was probably already killed by
Yeah, he probably got shot killed to get here.
Oh my god,
Funny enough, that'd be better treated than he was in the game.
Yeah, I would say Kodo is like a fall from grace character, but in order to fall audience, you have to be high up, and Kodo was never high up. Like, damn, it's something to say that like having his head get chopped off and thrown into a crowd of his people, people that he cared about, that he fought and bled for. Only for them to all cheer as his head's rolling into the ground.
I like that's the rightest way of saying. I like that was the rightest way of saying. We give up. We don't.
Yeah.
He was a good leader, but that's not what the Outworld wants. Okay, they like the gladiatorial games. They like all that bullshit.
I would say
Outworld. The good guys Outworld act like it's a terrible thing, but the people actually love it.
I mean, I would say like he was a tough, strict ruler, but you have to kind of be.
But he kept losing fights that he needed to win to be that leader for people.
Yeah, I mean, like
the only person he beat that legitimized his reign was Melina.
Yeah, I mean, like I would like to go to the point of like him when Shinnok was ruling, had his power, right? Kotal was like saying, "Oh my God, Shinnok has power. I have to give him the heads of the combat kids in order to give my people time to build up our defenses." Like.
But it's crazy. I mean, like he doesn't know who those people are. I mean, I bet he could have given them Cassie's head for like Johnny's sake, but like the other kids, like, what the fuck are they gonna do for you? Like, I don't.
Yeah.
I quite understand that.
But yeah,
he could have came to Shinnok with like 100 normal human heads and been like, "All right, there you go."
Funny. That is what happened with One Piece. Law is a character who wanted to work with the government, so he brought them. Was it 30 criminal hearts?
No, the hearts of 100 pirates.
Yeah, the hearts of 100 pirates.
Oh God, yeah, audience. That's quite gruesome. But yeah, so again, it's just my request for Jade going forward, audience. So
I I do
Anything
kind of
else?
wish we found some way to use the face mask in these films. I understand that's probably
Yes.
act in with the face mask on, but you know what? I don't know. Make it work or something.
Gotcha. We saw Katana in this. I mean, she's gonna have some fight sequences here, so
It looked very for the little bit they showed. It looks super slow. Like I don't think any of these
Yeah.
was
The
very.
only scene I liked was High Cage dodging, but that was
Yeah.
literally slow mo just for the emphasis for major dodge situation.
Yeah.
gotcha.
But everything else was not as fast as the first film, which really wasn't that fast in a lot of situations.
Well, expect those slow motion shots to emphasize it. The blows. You definitely bet on getting an X-ray move at some point in this audience.
They show part of it in the trailer, man. X-rays. The problem with X-rays is that they don't mean shit. In the game, they don't mean nothing. In the story mode, they usually don't mean nothing. Unless it's what Mortal Kombat 11, because Mortal Kombat 11 DLC, because those X-rays was funny. But in this movie, it's probably in the first movie didn't mean anything. We got an X-ray move before Kung Lao did the fatality.
Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah, that's true. So
And the person just got there still fighting before he got the head cut.
I wish they just said that the X-rays fractured your bones, not like actually broke them. Because you see like the entire bone break, and then they'll just get up. I'm like, what are you talking about?
The worst part is most of the X-ray moves be better than the fight. Like they're finishers.
Yeah, it's true.
There's only. It's hard to be creative in the fatalities and the damage every single game. They can't all be winners. So.
Yeah, but if you look at the X-rays and you know you made it better than the fatality, just switch them.
Yeah,
that's true. But anyway, you guys have any final thoughts on this before we move on?
The worst fatalities were any DLC character in Mortal Kombat X. Jason, terrible. Alien, terrible. Predator, terrible. All of them was bad.
I think Mortal Kombat 2 is going to be a serviceable film. But you know what? I'll say this much: they put more effort into fixing their image than Sony did with their movies. So.
Yeah, this is halfway to Sonic rebrand. Trying to fix this system.
Well, they tried. They said, okay.
Here's one request I'm hoping they do in this movie, actually. They pull a Taskmaster on Cole. Yeah.
That's what I said. If they got balls, they'll kill Cole.
Yeah.
They'll deadly
In fact, they introduce stuff if Zelda was nice during the film. At the end, I have him kill Cole as his way of getting back into Sub-Zero. I mean, it's Scorpion. Because they're both clearly going to be around.
If they're real fans, they'll deadly alliance that motherfucker. And I want Liu Kang to come in at the last second and be like, oh no, I'm still late. His neck was snapped.
Gotcha. But, alright then. I guess with that, you guys will move on?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. I guess I can announce this one. MCU to go through a reset.
Jake, I tried to see the articles. Can you go into Hot Topics and read them? Because you can do it at the same time.
This is a lot, audience.
It's a lot. It's a lot back to back to back. Just scroll up a little bit, you'll start seeing them.
Yeah.
And somehow Reed Richards is to blame.
But yeah, Kevin Feige's confirmed full on. The timelines are like combining and resetting post Secret Wars. That shit, all this shit's over. Most of that stuff, all that, everything becoming one, and we're starting over in a sense.
Yo, the Fantastic Four didn't run away. They got confused on the way in. They're like, yo, what the fuck? Whose plan is this? I'm saying, aren't you?
Yeah, it's going to kind of follow the principle of what happened in Secret Wars 2 audience, where they kind of did the same thing with Miles Morales. They just integrated his
That's
history.
actually Secret Wars 3, funny enough.
Oh, well, Secret Wars 2 in the title. Secret Wars on the 2 on the title, Austin. So,
it's Secret Wars 2015. Secret Wars 2 happened in like the 90s.
Yeah, I had that I had that whole series. Yeah. So, yeah. Also a caveat to this news about like the reset is at some point we will be seeing some recasts of established characters like Iron Man and Captain America going forward. Meaning Yeah, yeah. I guess this is partly because like a lot they placed a lot of faith in like the legacy characters, you know, carrying the weight of those mantles, but they just haven't really worked out. I mean, Sam Wilson was the one you could say would have been the most likely to succeed, but given the box office performance of his movie, yeah, the
I
stars
wonder why.
aren't just looking
Now.
like. Yeah, the star.
Yeah.
Regardless, the box office, the numbers just didn't work in
It's
Sam's
sad.
favor.
Yeah, so it's bad, and just restarting anyway. You know, already know people are gonna cry about these characters forever,
Yeah.
one way or another. So it's like, well, the last ditch effort, everything goes bad. We always just cast new one, new timeline. They can't say we didn't do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is true. I mean, hey, audience, be honest. Has anybody been wondering what happened to Jane Foster's Thor?
She died.
She
Like,
died.
yeah, but I mean, her character continuing on. I mean,
Wait, I
like,
just want is it multiple articles or just one big one? Because I'm
There's a
still,
lot of articles.
oh,
a
okay.
lot of
I was like,
articles.
oh, look at that.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was
I think you don't have to
one.
read them. Just look at the titles and make sure we don't
Yeah,
forget
it was
one.
one like talk show, wherever Kevin Feige was in that just had like many
Yeah.
article based topics along on them.
I was about to say,
So
people don't think about James Foster. Thor is still around.
yeah, yeah.
It wasn't like she was his legacy character. She's just a person showed up and died.
And then there's Ironheart. Like, look, at her best day,
Look,
she's never going.
Ironheart, you're just being a
Yep.
hater.
Well, no,
Well,
I'm just
he
saying.
didn't watch
On her,
it. Yeah,
I'm
it was good.
yeah, but I'm just saying, on her best day, she's not going to be filling in the shoes of Iron Man. That's the thing,
Yeah.
God, I wonder why.
I see it's confirmed that Sony lost that fight and Spider-Man can be street level as well.
Well, based on what we hear, it doesn't really mean.
Oh yeah, that was
but-
also another. Yeah, they did state that Spider-Man will be street level for the foreseeable
Also,
future.
MCU can never use Miles Morales
Excellent.
because the
least-
animated films are doing well. Sony seems to that's where their money is going. The multiverse Spider-Man stuff, full on. So we can keep Peter Parker, but we won't be able to use Miles. I hope this means they're going to ease up on the Spider-Man supporting cast.
Yeah, I do think this works to the benefit because like you'll have the best of both worlds. You have the Spider-Man dealing with the Kingpin and all the street level hero stuff, but at the same time you'll have a version of Spider-Man dealing with the multiverse and that stuff.
No, the stuff with Miles wasn't going to happen until like the sixth Spider-Man film anyway, where Peter eventually dies. He's make a new Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But I just hope this means they ease up on the Spider-Man supporting cast. But people don't remember when Sony made the deal with Marvel, they also got a list of people they could not use. This included Harry, Mary Jane, which is why they had to change MJ's name,
Yeah.
and like most Spider-Man related people. And then they also cannot use Spider-Man villains if Sony plans to use them.
Wow.
So if they're full on using Miles, and they're only going to use focus on the multiverse stuff and the different multiverse versions of characters, I hope they give Marvel free reign to use Spider-Man's like friends list.
I want Marvel to be like, but you were never going to use them right anyway. So just let us alone.
I still don't trust Kevin Feige.
But yeah, I think the future is going to look brighter for Spider-Man to teaming up with the characters of Daredevil and Punisher. Speaking of which, I also did hear that the future projects of Spider-Man and Punisher will involve a lot of iconic scene moments from the comics. So sure that happens.
Other than like their first appearance stuff, the one I want to see, I know they're not going to do. But when the Punisher stole Spider-Man's web slinger and used it to murder someone, Spider-Man pulled up on him and had to let him know. You don't use my shit to kill people.
That's a good moment. One moment, though, I personally would like to see is the moment between them in a Civil War. Where I could definitely imagine like Kingpin
when
sending.
he gets saved.
Yeah, like I could definitely imagine Kingpin setting his horde to go after Spider-Man, and he's beaten badly, and Punisher saves him, and you see Punisher carrying like his body to a nearby hospital. Like that would be cool. You know?
It could, but I guess it would be like the Hulk thing situation here.
Mm-hmm.
If the Hulk's in here, he's probably gonna like. I think we're getting the third movie, well, the fourth film, well, Hulk or Hulk-related person freestyle.
Oh, okay.
Because
Yeah.
like other than just a cameo having Professor Hulk teach at the same school as Peter, I don't know why else you'll have him here if not to, start doing the reset going for, start doing stuff.
Yeah.
Because
I mean,
they know people aren't fans of Hulk now, right now. They know they ruined Hulk. So why else would you put him here if not to, tease future stuff to get people back into the Hulk?
Oh, speaking of future stuff, that's also something he mentioned. You know how like we've had about a dozen unresolved end credit scenes and cliffhangers?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
well,
why, guys, we're not gonna get Hercules anytime soon.
Well, yeah.
Well,
expected
Kevin Feige basically said like some might see resolution if we find a story that like that could fit it, but some might not. We might not be delving back into. So
I think that's fine.
Yeah.
But the only one that's probably gonna get resolution will be Hercules. It's easier to like do the gods being wrathful and just sending Hercules to fight type stuff. The ones you probably won't see is like the very random niche stuff or like the eternal situation.
Yeah, the Starfucks thing, like I don't think anybody's invested into that. Like on paper that sounds interesting, that could get an audience reaction to say like, what, Thanos has a brother? But no, it's just dead wood, basically, like
I love this. I love this headline for this paragraph. Diversity still matters, but don't expect to see that Miles, motherfucker. He ain't gonna be here.
Tony was like, "Stay the fuck away from Miles, Kevin."
Mm-hmm. Let's see. So, which cliffhanger do you guys think is going to get obliterated?
Your mom.
The Eternals. Which ones do we have?
Let's see. The Sharon Carter one, like where she.
Yeah, but I don't really care.
Dude, where the fuck was she in the last Cap movie?
She didn't need to be there.
She deserved to be there more than another character.
Even if she was there instead of Sable, she literally has nothing to the plot based on what they were doing.
Yeah. Funny enough, they could have had a way to wipe her hands clean from being a villain by just saying she's a scroll. That was a scroll that whole time, but they didn't. So,
well, to be fair, they hate scrolls now. So,
yeah, true.
Funny, they probably would have did that if we kept the scroll plot, but people didn't want to see it.
Yep. I'm pretty sure that that cliffhanger with Shang-Chi's sister, I don't even remember her name.
That I feel like was going to get resolved later because Shang-Chi still, like, based on that guy, what he's saying, they still want to do a Shang-Chi movie. It's just we're trying to streamline the next phase, by the next era of MCU first.
Gotcha.
Yo, Feige said, we didn't even wait till Quantum Mania. We look at a double thing, bro.
Did you wait till we get to the topic?
Yeah. Yeah.
Shit.
Another thing I think they might get rid of, Scar.
Who?
Scar.
Oh, not
Scar.
Get him out of here.
Yeah, that let's just wipe the slate clean.
I will never forget.
Oh, Hulk's son? No, I don't think they're doing that.
All of the MCU Young Avengers people for wanting Scar to be a part of whatever they're trying to do with all these younger superheroes. Oh my God, don't get me started with this. I have such beef with Scar, and it's not for the reasons that y'all think.
Gotcha. I mean,
I don't think they're getting rid of Scar. Based on all the content work for the Doom thing, he's going to be in it.
It's like as long as they don't put him on a team of young superheroes that are called either the Young Avengers or Champions, I will be okay. Let him do his own thing.
Why?
Just saying.
No. Why?
He doesn't need to be there.
Half the people here don't need to be there. They don't change the fact they're going to be there. Why do you still against Scar?
That's my reason, because of these people wanting to put him on the team, even though it doesn't make sense for his character to be there.
Depending on what team they use, half these people don't deserve to be here regardless.
He has done his own thing for years, not relating to either of those two teams, because he was never on those fucking teams. I don't even really hate Scar as a character, because I haven't read that much on him.
That's all I want to know.
Him there.
Gotcha. So, all right. As, let's move on to the other part. As Jake mentioned about what's his name, Kang,
Yeah,
how they wasted no time.
you really.
Yeah,
The
apparently.
problem is, there's yeah, they already was ready to move on even before Ant-Man, but that doesn't really make sense.
I don't. Yeah, I want to bring that up too. You could say you were already prepared to push Kang to the sideline, but then you have Loki building him up, which was after
Yeah,
Quantumania.
and
You
Loki was
know.
actually well taken. So
hmm So yeah,
like,
I don't.
even before Quantum Mania, Loki was already building us. So it's like, and what happened in this area that made y'all do that? Other than what happened, what did y'all already know he was like potentially going to lose his thing with his wife?
I think it's more or less they were in the planning phase and they got to that part. They're like, "Oh, this is working." Then they got to like the final part. Because remember, even Thanos wasn't. They had an idea, but they didn't know what they were going to do until they got there. So they
Yeah,
got there,
but
and
that's
they
what
were
they're
like,
saying. They're saying, oh, he wasn't doomed. He wasn't a big bad like Thanos.
"Yeah."
He
I think
really is, though. If
yeah,
you
no,
did it
yeah.
right.
It's like I think it's just that when they got there, when they finally got to the point where like, okay, well now we got to write this. They were like,
Even though they wrote Ant-Man, I was like,
yeah,
people are gonna hate this shit, right? Aren't they? Huh?
yeah.
Look, going back in hindsight, making Kang the villain of Ant-Man really probably was a regret they had. Like to have the major villain's debut be him losing to Ant-Man, who more so is a comedic
They
character.
weren't even mad that he lost to Ant-Man. They're just mad that they say he lost to Ant, so he just said shield team.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. So,
It's like that's
yep.
our biggest gripe. But this nigga had telekinesis early in the film. He never used it again. That was my problem.
Yeah. I mean,
He apparently killed Thor. Where that power is?
yeah, I know. I
That
remember
was
we all theorized that because, like, hey, we were pretty sure that he had more arsenals when he was fighting against Thor, but the fact that the council sent him to this quantum realm with literally nothing, yeah, he could only build with what he had,
Yeah, but
So,
they ain't been for millions of years. So it's like at this point,
hmm
his opening line was, "You're an Avenger. Have I killed you before?"
gotcha. So, yeah. I guess everybody's gonna have a different story behind how far in advance were they planning on getting rid of Kang's character, So
Yeah. And then
yeah,
they're saying, oh, we was already thinking about pivoting to Doom then. And they're like, how the fuck were y'all gonna do this before this? If the Kang situation, the actor never got fired,
hmm
what was gonna be the natural way they went to Doom?
I think
Because I don't think they ever would, like, I still think they're gonna have to do Kang Dynasty. And then I
yeah,
guess Doom will come in at the end of that.
yeah, that's what I think was gonna happen.
yep. They already made the announcements and everything with the
I
title and the logo, So
had to take so long to figure it out. I think they were just like, "Oh, it was gone anyway." All right. Well, oh my
gotcha.
goodness.
Okay. Another thing to what Kevin Feige was mentioning here is he has been in conversations with both Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman, for returning roles in future MCU projects, which I think is a
We
no-brainer.
knew, the Ryan Reynolds situation, we didn't know if they were gonna do that.
Nah, they were gonna make it work. His Deadpool
No.
brings in money, like
Yeah, and then he used their movie to attack someone else in a big scandal. That's the whole reason not to bring that back.
oh, okay, but no, I'm pretty sure like going forward they're gonna be like, okay, Ryan, you're giving a warning here, dude. We're gonna be looking through all your stuff, all the characters you write from here on out, dude.
I think literally the only reason they didn't fire him was because the last person they fired went on to run DC.
Oh yeah, that's true. So yeah, but yeah, Deadpool was a safe bet because like you can have him pop up in other movies. You can have him be in the same capacity that Peacemaker was in like that last Superman film.
Well, yeah,
So
they already. I guess the problem with Deadpool now is that once all the timelines converge, he's going to be here.
yeah.
Like, there's no own unique situation stuff you can do with him anymore. He's involved in everything. He's going to be one way or another.
Yeah, but to be fair, like the rest of the superhero world, they're probably gonna want to stay as far away from Deadpool as possible. So that's what they do in the
Yeah,
comics.
but this is Marvel, so it's like He wants to be involved. He's got to go to New York. Something's going to happen.
That's true. That's true. The Hugh Jackman though thing, like, I mean, yeah, that's what it is. We'll definitely be seeing more interactions between him and Deadpool because they work. Like both Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds, they have great chemistry on and off like screens. So there's that. Let's see what else was in this article.
Kevin Feige reveals he only had 2 years left on his contract.
Yeah, there's that. But
So if they don't up his pay, I'm guarantee you he's ready to leave.
I don't know about him leaving entirely. I'm sure he'll still be around as an
No, I think he's
advisor.
going to threaten to leave. They're definitely not to pay him.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, yeah.
He definitely going to want a raise. That's all he had to deal with.
Yeah. I mean, I know some people would be happy about that news, but I also have to bring this up because, like, okay, who would you want put in that seat that Kevin Feige's in right now?
Yeah, the only person would have been James Gunn, and we can't do that anymore. So
yeah, that's going to be a lot of
the
pressure.
Russo brothers would be interesting, but if they're not hands on, I wouldn't trust them with me. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
They have to be like, if they're hands on every film like Kevin Feige used to be, sure. But I don't know if they can commit to that.
Yeah, but I mean, like, whoever would take the seat of Kevin Feige after he might exit, there will have to be somebody who's already familiar with Marvel movies as it is right now, because you can't just get an outsider to come in and like expect them to brush up on all that's going on with Marvel's phases 1 through 5, going forward. You need somebody with a foundation.
So the Russo brothers already told you.
Yeah,
and there's
much.
2 of them. We can make that work, all right? We can split that up.
Yep. I mean, yep, there's that. Let's see. He did talk about Mahershala Ali's Blade.
Yeah, it's going to be a modern day film now. No more period piece set in the 60s. Most of those costumes got used for sinners anyway.
Yep, and also to be fair, like the reason, according to him, behind like all the rewriting of scripts and the delays of Blade's project is because like they didn't just want to make a movie about him just fighting vampires.
They didn't want a Blade, but we're just putting this guy in a black coat to have him fight vampires, which is kind of
yeah.
We have 3 movies of that. That's the Blade's problem in the comics, why they couldn't figure out how to write comics for him. Because the vampire situation isn't that big, at least until recently. Well, until that Avengers run. So Blade really didn't have anything to do.
Literally every time he's in someone else's book audience, it's about
fighting
a
delivery man.
Delivery
man or a vampire. Thunder.
Gotcha. Let's see. Oh, here's another thing. Yeah, I know he stated that we will eventually see a recasting of Steve Rogers and Tony Stark, but it's more foreseeable to see that Chris Hemsworth is going to continue on as Thor. He's still in his prime of his youth, and after all,
it depends. Because if you saw the stuff, he had a big health scare. We'll find out he has a big chance to get like Alzheimer's early and stuff. Yeah. So he's doing all this stuff to research and do that. So it depends on how his career takes a point from here on. But remember, he did announce he'll take. The reason Thor 5 didn't happen as quick as they wanted to, or before all this stuff happened, well, because he wanted to take a break from acting because of that health scare.
Yeah, heard about that. I'm pretty sure the next time we see Thor, like, look, we need to get a good resolution to Thor's character. Like the last scene of Thor in the movie.
That's what Hercules should be. It should be the passing of our quote unquote god in the situation.
Yeah, like
Thor can head out, and then Hercules can head in for that same type of role.
Yeah, audience, the last scene of Thor cannot be him running into battle with a Mjolnir covered in lipstick and glitter and ribbons while Stormbreaker
I think you would clean it
That's fine. There's not a bad ending to a character. He has a daughter that she drew on his hammer. That's not like the offensive to a character.
Mm-hmm.
That's like say if Superman went to go fight Doomsday and a kid drawing his son drawing his suit. Yeah, the kids do that.
Just saying there are better ways to give a resolution to a character than what Thor went through. Well, not a resolution, but an end.
Don't worry,
last.
we can get. You know what? We'll make him Hulk. It'll be all right. Deal with that.
that. Yeah. I mean, from rumors I'm hearing, like, but some people are saying we might see his unworthy costume in the next film, but we'll see what
I can
happens
see
there.
it, but I don't see him losing the hammer.
No, just
I
the
guess
costume.
the send off. I think they need to do Thor last film just to bring in his actual the guy who will be his actual successor, which would be Beta Ray Bill. He already has
Yeah.
a Stormbreaker, so if we're gonna kill Thor, we can give Beta Ray Bill. He could be the more serious Thor, and you have Hercules, who for most of his career could be like the more, I won't say more comedic Thor, but Hercules is already a comedic character who can be taken seriously. So he fits that role better than Thor. That makes sense.
Exactly. Yeah. All the funny, goofy stuff they did to Thor was really the early days of Hercules audience. So, man, I know I like how we're talking about, like, his successors being Beta Ray Bill and Hercules, and I can only imagine that small group of Thunderstrike fans are like, "Hey, we like
Thunderstrike's cool, but he's not MCU type character.
Yeah. We want to see our biker Thor with a ponytail, like,
yeah. If we were to have another TV show situation, I have another guest star on a TV show.
Gotcha. Let's see what else in this. Oh yeah, he's also Kevin Feige was also mentioning about, like, budget.
We told y'all a lot of fucking Kevin Feige stuff.
Yeah.
I like how he was like,
so every MCU film now is gonna have a smaller budget.
Yes.
They're gonna tighter VSS and some other stuff. And he said he went to go talk and a lot of directors he worked with went to go talk to the man who made The Creator, which I think Jake watched.
Huh?
Jake or Tony, y'all know Tony, but we talk about him all the time. Tony's a friend. One of them watched The Creator. Creator was a movie that had some of the greatest visual effects of all time, but it's the lowest cost, pretty much almost ever, for what it looks like. The second thing after this was what Godzilla -1, but me and Jake hated a lot of those specs, to be fair.
Awesome. It's also because, like, they didn't film an entire different movie on top of making this.
Yeah. Let them live that dumb lie, okay? They're gonna live and die with that dumb lie that everyone knows a lie.
Yeah, I still can't believe that Joaquin Torres actor went out and said, "Oh well, the way they did Captain America 4, like, was the same way they did, like, other Marvel movies. No big deal. You made 2 movies for what amounted to 1 movie. You made 2 movies with all the scenes and throwaway moments you took away from that film. Like, really? This is an average thing in MCU movies? These aren't deleted scenes. These are deleted stories you're filming, like, so, yeah. Let's see. Anything else from this article that we?
I think we finally reached the end of it.
I like that Kevin Feige said that you'll watch the Superman movie, and I like how they just said, "Oh, there are a bunch of characters here. Just learn to live with it." And he was like, I like that he says that. He's like, and so I thought, like, when we made Thunderbolts, I liked that movie, and I thought people would just be okay with it. Apparently, a lot of people are like, I guess I should have watched that TV show before I watched this, and that's not what he wanted.
What TV show?
I think he's
saying a lot of the
Falcon Winter Soldier, I guess.
Yeah, he's saying well, the article he says TV shows. I think what he means, like, a lot of these characters from other things that I didn't watch, so I guess I can't watch this movie. And I was like, I
think he also
at least they're finding a more reasonable excuse for films than the usual bullshit.
I think he also stated, like, hey, if you didn't know who Mr. Terrific was before Superman, well, tough beans. Come on,
that's what I said. He said he wanted that. He wanted people to look at Thunderbolts like that, and not like I have to go back and watch it.
Yeah, but that's the difference between literally the first film. That's how you get a lot of characters and characters already having established lore that people feel like they missed out on.
Oh yeah. Thunderbolts is another example of spending your money recklessly too, because remember, you had, like, apparently Taskmaster had a more influence role in the whole film, like, but
at least to be fair, that still didn't drive that movie that high. It was double the film cost, like Captain America.
Yeah, I guess. So. But yeah, let's see. Anything else about this? What Kevin Feige said that we didn't go over?
No, I think it's everything.
Nah, I'm watching the Iron Mouse Why She Left Beast Shoujo, and it's insane.
Gotcha.
Thank you. I'm glad Kevin Feige said that.
Yeah.
All right.
I was hearing what you guys were saying, but I was also watching this at the same time as someone who does like watching VTubers from time to time.
Gotcha. But all right then.
Jake.
I guess with that, let's move on. Let's move on to the next one. Hopefully you watch this character, which Captain Planet live action series by Netflix announced.
Thank God.
I'm just gonna be 100% real with you.
Wait, live action?
Good. Hear me out. Even if this is good, not everything needs to be a live action series.
To be fair, they know that. They just don't care. It's cheaper to do this than make animation.
Yeah, and plus, look at this, Witch. We need a message of going clean now more than ever. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, because apparently pollution is making men's private parts grow smaller.
Hey, shout out to giving us an excuse.
Okay, so what you just basically
for why we shouldn't be harming the planet.
I can't wait to see the guy say it's not my fault. It's the pollution.
Yeah,
it's the pollution, guys.
You know what that sounds like, Witch? That sounds like the last 30 seconds of one of the episodes of this live action adaptation. They need to have that happen.
Did you know
the POV.
You tell me that his final move is gonna be shrinking someone's penis?
You know that back in the day, in ancient times, it was actually considered very manly.
Yes. No, we're not talking about that. Yes.
I'm talking about ancient Greece, bitch. I'm talking about
you don't get to say that on this show.
No.
Well, if you want to talk about ancient Greece, you're gonna have to wait.
We'll talk about what's okay back then. That'll be a whole episode.
Yeah. Gotcha. But
did you know that it was okay to kiss men?
Wrestling was done naked and with grease.
We're not talking about it.
You gotta wait for me to talk about Blood of Zeus besties.
But there's a lot of good stuff in Captain Planet that can work out well. I think the problem they should have waited until the comic got a little bit farther along, so you have a little bit more ideas of like how to modernize Captain Planet. I think that's going to be the big issue.
I'm upset that Captain Planet isn't going by its word. It's been how many months since the first issue came out? Come on, Captain.
We're saving paper, okay?
Hey, they're using recycled paper to be making this comic. Oh, I guess that must be why we don't get recycled paper that much, because it takes a lot longer to use that paper, I guess, audience.
Yeah, well,
that's why
actually, no. If you there's a plant that they use to make paper that's a lot cheaper than trees and it's easily more regrowable. And you can do it a lot. They just don't want to do it because the paper is so fucking corrupted.
Oh, wow. Who knew there was a dark side to Dunder Mifflin, audience, is what I'm hearing.
It basically is. Any big thing that's ruining the planet, the reason it hasn't been changed, even though we know about it, is only because how long those things have been going on and how corrupted those situations are. They actively sabotage attempts to get stuff changed, which is why we still are somehow doing like oil and cars and stuff, gasoline, despite knowing how bad it's fucking up our city.
That's true. We need
Captain Planet now more than ever. Water engines or oil, like cooking oil engines, do have to be made in real life that actually work multiple times for them to be like, oh, maybe we should just change. You know what I mean?
Yeah. This is why we need the Captain more than ever, audience. You know.
I just hope. I hope they try. It's hard to say. I hope they try to stay true to the characters. I do hope they cast accurately. I don't think anybody here needs a race change. Captain Planet's race doesn't really matter, as long as he's a more built man, in my opinion. As long as they paint him blue. Let me phrase that. As long as he's painted blue, his race won't matter.
Yeah, people were okay with Don Cheadle as Captain Planet for the most part, so. I mean. Yeah. So.
I don't think there's really a lot to say about this, other than the way this guy they try to modernize it.
Yeah. I want to see what their version of a modernized theme song will be for Captain Planet. Remember, they tried going hip with his '90s cartoon, by the end credit being like a rock and roll soundtrack. He's our
Yeah,
hero, gonna take pollution down to zero. Yay, it's rock and roll, youngsters. It's hip, so go recycle. But yeah,
to be
that's
fair, that was every theme song at that time.
yep. So
The question is,
oh,
will you keep the mullet?
you know how I feel
Do you
about mullet.
modernize? Do you modernize his? Do you modernize his look?
You know how I feel about mullets and '90s adaptation, Austin. You know, X-Men '97. You broke my heart when you didn't allow one character to keep a mullet. It's '90s, man. Come on. I would like it if they could keep the mullet for Captain Planet, but realistically, I think they might give
That's
him.
the question. Will the show still take place in the 90s? That's all that I'm saying.
Oh
I
no,
mean by
it's gonna be
modernize, I mean you bring it to the modern day, like full on.
nah. Austin is gonna be full on modernized.
Yeah.
It's easier to do it that way, you know.
Bro, they're
So.
gonna they're gonna cast them black and do the Killmonger haircut. I can't wait.
That's true. So
They're gonna be black with gray. That's our Captain Plan.
true. But all right then. I guess with that, we could probably move on to the next topic, guys. Let's move on.
Okay, can I announce this?
Go ahead, Witch.
We got the casting for Zelda and Link for the live action Zelda movie.
Do your comments first, and then I'll go who I want to bring up.
Oh, you want me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you haven't been paying attention on Twitter, a lot of people were fan casting Hunter Schafer as Princess Zelda because she looks a lot like Twilight Princess Zelda, right?
To be fair, it was she was in the running originally.
Yes. But in the end, she was not casted. I forgot the names.
The girl's name Bo. I don't remember the guy's name.
Hold on. I think it's in the topic list.
Yeah, it's in the topic list.
Bo
the
Bragason and Benjamin Evan Ainsworth are playing Zelda and Link.
She was also in another animated film. Funny enough, another game adaptation.
Yeah. Okay, here's the thing. I'm kind of glad that they picked like nobodies for these roles instead of like Chris Pratt.
How dare
or, like,
you?
Tom Holland or
she was in Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within as a child.
Ooh.
But like, so yeah, I'm kind of curious to see what kind of story they want to tell with these two, because honestly, you could do like a whole bunch of like Zelda stories. Because if you guys don't know, there's a whole ass timeline.
Yeah, there's 3 different timeline paths.
Yeah, it like starts off one timeline, then it branches off into several.
Yeah.
So I think they could, if you want to do something from earlier in the timeline, they could fit Minish Cap really well. Or like Four Swords, or maybe something from the Fallen timeline, in my opinion. Depending on what they want to do. Shit, maybe they could be the Skyward Sword duo. I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think they're going to probably end up making like doing Zelda 1, 2, and then like doing some of the younger stuff before switching like full timeline situation. I do still think we need like multiple switch story situation.
As long as they don't start with Breath of the Wild, I feel like we should be alright.
I think
like, for me, they either start with Skyward Sword or like something before Skyward Sword, or they start with Zelda 1 and 2.
I'll take the Wind Waker too.
Ooh,
to be honest.
maybe Wind Waker. I mean, they're younger than they could be.
Yeah.
But honestly,
the Wind Waker story could fit a younger Zelda. We can just was a young Zelda game.
I don't know. We'll have to, like, wait and see what they do. We only just barely got the casting.
I will argue they should do Zelda 1. I think they should do Zelda 1 and pull what Super Mario did, where you kind of just give context to the whole point is more just the setup and give context to this universe and the relationship between these 3 people. The person gets the Triforce power, Ganondorf, you know, what the other one?
I guess
Brain? I don't remember.
We're just gonna have to wait and see what they decide to do.
Yeah.
Until the trailer, I'm not really gonna say much. I think it would be cool if they adapted one of the games personally. Maybe
Yeah,
if
I
they
don't want
want
them to do their
to
own
do
unique
like an
thing.
old school game. I don't know. Who knows? But like I said, I'm not mad at this casting. I'm glad that they picked like relative nobodies.
Mm-hmm.
It gives them a chance to like prove their acting chops even more.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, yeah, I don't know what else to say about this. But if they do decide to adapt Twilight Princess, they have to get Hunter Schafer. I'm sorry, I don't know. I don't care what.
I think that's the benefit of doing the 3 timeline thing. So what I would say is you do the original timeline, which is 1, 2, probably throw in like 4 swords, Minish Cap, any a young Zelda Link thing.
Link to the Past.
So those 3 things fully set up like the timeline itself. The original Zelda and them who won and then came to Earth, and then their first reincarnation and stuff. And then once you do, which games? Wait, which game is the one that does the timeline thing?
Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, I think you do Ocarina of Time, and then you can switch the actors depending on which timeline movie you want to do.
Yeah, honestly, it could be any of the games for the most part. I don't think they're gonna start off with Ocarina of Time. I think they're gonna start off simple, and then you're gonna go from there.
Yeah, I think it's good to go do Zelda 1 because they can just fill out anything they want mainly for the world. Because
you don't have
more
to have
2D
a
game.
complex story for a video game adaptation. Like
thanks, Super Mario.
Zelda 1 was just basically you're a guy named Link. Go get this.
The princess is gone.
Stuff, go save the princess. That's basically all you gotta do. It's not that hard.
Man.
Like I said, I think along me and Wiz agree. No newer games. We should not start a Breath of the Wild. That'll be the worst thing ever.
Games. Maybe a Link Between Worlds, but that's after you do.
That wouldn't be bad.
I wouldn't be mad at a Link Between Worlds because I actually really like the story of a Link Between Worlds because that was actually one of the few Zelda games I actually beat.
Link Awakening wouldn't be bad. Overstarted too.
Yeah, I think you might need to do a Link to the Past first because I think those games are like complete sequels. I can't remember exactly which game was because if you guys don't remember, Link's Awakening is just a dream of one of the previous Links. I think it was a Link to the Past Link.
Yeah.
He got shipwrecked, but it was actually just a dream the whole time. So honestly, I'm curious to see what they do. Since they are relatively young actors, 16 and 21, I think, you don't have to overcompensate.
Yeah. Like I said, I think the most important casting is going to be Ganondorf, and the most important question is how much urgency you're going to give Zelda. Zelda doesn't get a lot of the early games, other than be the princess until you give her a chic as a design. I mean, as a disguise and stuff.
Yeah.
But Ganondorf uses the driving force. So long they get a good actor for that.
And it all depends on if you're doing Ganon or Ganondorf, because technically that's two different characters.
You gotta do Ganondorf first. I think you do Ganondorf first, and then have his rebirth be the full Ganon. When he goes back up.
Okay, I have a quick question. For you personally, okay?
Yeah.
Which game would you want to see these two be in? Like adapt? Personal preference.
With them being younger and stuff, if I'm just saying, depends on like with how the writers stuff are. I would probably say Zelda 1 just to have them fully set up and like have more freedom to design the world the way they wanted to for the early stuff. Or if I say if we don't do that, I wouldn't mind if they did like mix kind of the mix situation where I wouldn't mind like an old game, but Zelda is kind of like the Zelda from Spirit Tracks and stuff.
Okay. Personally, for
me,
that
Zelda has more agency as a princess.
Enough. Personally, for me, okay, I would like them to adapt Minish Cap. I feel like since there's a lot of plot there, you can make it work.
Yeah, it is. Minish Cap needs a modern remake, to be honest.
And then maybe we can get a modern reboot. I don't know, but that's just for me. Maybe like I do like the idea of them starting with Zelda 1 just to like make it safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just really want the scene where originally they're from the Kingdom in the Sky and stuff, and they came down and made Hyrule together. And then first game, I kind of really want that scene. I think that's a very impactful way to end up the first movie and set up the full reincarnation thing from the start, and then you can pick and choose which game you want to do and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
I don't know. I guess it just like all depends on what the
I wonder what these
directors
pictures are
and
from.
writers want to do. So, because it's not up to us. If it was, then that's a different story.
It would
But
be animated if it was.
yeah, but honestly, you probably could get away with something really cool in live action. But it just really depends on what
I'll need the
the
Game of
story
Thrones
is.
like production people to come in.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I don't know.
If we're going live
Wait
action,
to
I want
see.
the stuff to look as real as possible. I know the monsters aren't gonna look that real, depending on like the special effects, but I'll need like the world setting to feel more real in a lot
Yeah.
of situations. Which I will ask you this before we move on.
Uh-huh.
If since Nintendo is making it clear they're just going to keep doing this regardless,
Mhm.
what next game do you want to be adapted, and do you want it animated or live action?
I personally would like to see the Mother series be adapted. I know
Ooh,
technically that's
with
not
Ness, that'll be deep.
either Ninten. I think they should start with Ninten because he was the first in the timeline,
I forgot
and
about that.
then they can do Ness because you got to set up Gaius.
Yeah, I forgot. I haven't played it in a long time, but I was just playing Mother 3, I think, with Lucas a while back.
Honestly, since it's like very compelling, it's like a compelling.
People don't know Mother is Earthbound.
Yeah, the Mother series. That's what it's called in Japan, but it's called Earthbound here. So it'll be Earthbound Beginnings and then Earthbound, and then if we got Mother 3 in the States, it would have been Earthbound 2.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think it would be very interesting if they adapted the Mother series. They already did Pokemon, so I can't say Pokemon. What other major franchises there?
I personally want between three. Obviously, Metroid. Metroid should be easy.
Ooh, you could
Metroid
just
has a strong female that people love already. It's gonna be that hard to do.
That would be
And
really Metroid. I'm not gonna lie to you there.
and the other two can be joint technically. So F-Zero is Captain Falcon series, and Captain Falcon series is connected to Star Fox because
Yeah,
Star
give it
Fox's
Star
father is
Fox.
an F1 racer. So
I
these
would
two
love
films
Star
could
Fox.
share a universe and still do the same stuff. I feel like that would be a dope animated thing to do.
Yeah, I like Star Fox. That would be really cool. Not the Marvel character, guys. I feel like we need to preface this. Not the Marvel
Star
character.
Fox Star Fox Nintendo franchise would be a dope animated film.
Obviously Kirby wouldn't work because of who Kirby is, unless it was an animated thing.
Yeah, Kirby will only work anime. I do not want to see that 8-inch monster existing in real life.
Do that. Hold on. Oh, we could do Yoshi's Island. It could be like a prequel to the Mario movie, which I still haven't watched because I don't like Chris Pratt. Personal reasons. If they do
I think they already plan to do that as a spinoff. They've been talking about a spinoff show for Yoshi with the Super Mario stuff. But they've been talking about a spinoff show next to the Super Mario stuff as the second movie. And since they're introducing Yoshi, it would have to be Yoshi Island.
Yeah, I don't know. There's like maybe a solo Donkey Kong movie because people like Donkey Kong and we're getting it.
Donkey Kong Country will be a dope movie. Yeah.
What else is there? There's so many game franchises.
Oh yeah, for Metroid, I would like it to be animated, but I wouldn't mind Metroid being in live action. That's the only one I think could work off of live action.
If they casted Samus right, I wouldn't mind a live action.
Yeah.
That's my thing. What else is there? I'm trying to like go through like the Smash Bros. Cast.
But then you look at Super Smash Brothers. I'm sure you'll find people.
I'm trying to like think. No, I think Fire Emblem's too complicated. Unless like you pick one specific thing.
Yeah, that would definitely be a live action thing too. They would not try to do all that bullshit in animation.
No, I don't know. This is really hard. I can't even I'm gonna look up the cast real quick.
Give me a 10-minute and a 10-dog short. I'll let you
know. Bros Ultimate Ross Cat Cast. Hold on, I'm getting a picture. I'm just gonna start naming random characters. Give Ice Climbers a movie. Fuck it. You could do Kid Icarus. You can give them an anime.
Would be good.
Give Kid Icarus an anime, okay? Sonic gets everything, so no. Pikmin? Do something with Pikmin? We can get another Animal Crossing anime because there was actually a movie that came out like a couple decades
Animal
ago.
Crossing movie wouldn't be bad.
Another one? Yeah. Punch Out? We could probably do something with Punch Out.
I feel like they did Punch Out. It'll be some like meta bullshit like how Wreck-It Ralph was.
Probably.
I don't think it'll be like a pure animated boxing film.
We already get stuff for Final Fantasy. We already have a Bayonetta anime and 4 games.
Yeah.
No Castlevania unless it's.
I bet I would not want to see a Bayonetta movie. That'd be rated R. They could do that.
Castlevania? No. We already have 2 shows, and I have my feelings about them. The Persona? Anything with Persona?
We have Persona movies to just redo the games.
We also have shows because I remember watching the Persona 5 anime.
But I wouldn't mind a live action Persona for the first 2, only because they don't get shit.
What about Banjo-Kazooie? Anything on that?
Banjo-Kazooie is really old. I don't know how well a movie would do.
Maybe like an OVA. Maybe an OVA.
I haven't heard somebody bring up Banjo-Kazooie in years, and I grew up playing Banjo-Kazooie. Like,
where's the DLC characters? I need the DLC characters. Thank you.
We still want the Kingdom Hearts animated series. That the fucking Final Fantasy guys who owns it.
I remember when Sora debuted as a DLC and fucking like
Smash, and people started crying.
Collectively lost their shit.
People were fighting and crying and shit.
Anything about Hero? I don't know much about his stuff.
Hero. What the fuck is that?
I don't remember the game, but he's like one of the characters that can switch between many different characters.
Oh, okay. Hero, Dragon Quest. Dragon Quest would be a dope anime.
Yeah, Dragon Quest. That was close.
But with Toriyama passing, I think that franchise is in the dirt too.
Probably. Like Dragon Ball lives because it's Dragon Ball. Anything with Tekken? Any ideas what we can do with Tekken?
We're getting a movie soon.
Okay. Did you see the thing on Twitter where people wanted Waffle House to be a DLC stage or something?
Yeah, I was one of those people. I made multiple tweets about it.
I think that shit would be funny as hell.
The fucking creator talked about it too. He was like, "What's all obsessed with Waffle House?" And he actually talked to the Waffle House guy and figured it out. And Waffle House said no.
Yeah, because they have a reputation they want to withhold.
Yeah, but being in a fight game is pretty fucking dope. It'll probably make more people fight there, to be fair. But that was a pretty dope way to market.
Okay. I'm gonna list off random games, and then you're gonna give me, if you think that they should be having a show, a movie, an OVA, whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
Crash Bandicoot.
No.
Okay.
I like Crash, but no. Rayman had a show. Recently, like 2 years ago.
Okay. Assassin's Creed. We already had a movie.
No, I think they stay games for a while. They can do the games for. I want to do another thing.
Chibi Robo, have you heard of that? I think that could be like a cute little anime, like a 4 or 5 episode anime, like they do.
Yeah, that could be a miniseries. We do a miniseries.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
no,
limited series is coming back, so I'm not mad.
I just made my aunt watch that. By the way, she got into Pokemon card collecting. I made her watch it.
Okay. Nothing for Elden Ring or Bloodborne. I think that's too complicated.
Yeah. Well, that's already get a movie.
Yeah. Hollow Knight. Do you think we can get anything with Hollow Knight?
Hollow Knight would be kind of cool, but it has to be like a 30-minute thing. I don't think it'll be a whole film.
Okay. Xenoblade.
Fuck Xenoblade.
Okay. Well, my friend Violet's gonna be very upset with you about that.
People like it. I like the second game, and then the third game pissed me off with a choice to fix it.
Okay, that's reasonable. Hold on. Hades, like the game. Like I know we're getting Hades 2.
Hades animated would be kind of cool.
Okay.
I don't think we have a reliable animated roguelike at all.
Right.
Okay, Metal Gear. We could probably get something with Metal Gear. Guilty Gear. Guilty Gear or Blaze Blue?
Are we talking about Zelda at this point?
Yes.
Well, we're just talking about the next franchise Nintendo could do, but now we're just looking at people in Nintendo games.
It's not just Nintendo at this point. It's like whatever. You know what?
Blaze Blue has an anime. I don't know about Guilty Gear, but both of those could do a modern anime.
I have an idea. and I don't know if you guys have heard of this game before, but it came out about a decade ago, and it's called Child of Light. It
I
had
heard
a
about
DLC for Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. I think that would be a great movie or show. It's an indie game, and it was made by Ubisoft, so we have a chance.
Cribbit.
Yeah.
Before we move on, do you have a game that you wouldn't mind seeing animated or live action?
Chantal.
Just
Do not
whatever.
pick something from the
Like,
60s, bro.
hey,
Chantal.
just whatever. I don't have a game in mind. Just
Silverhawks,
give
let's
me-
go. Anyway, let's move
Okay.
forward. We've been on topic way too long.
Yeah.
Sorry, we got way too into it, bestie.
Gotcha. But
Now I'm
alright,
sweating.
then, I guess we'll move on to the
I
next
fear we
topic.
put Jake to sleep.
Yep.
Okay, Predator
Austin, go
Badlands.
ahead,
Didn't
dude.
watch the trailer.
Predator Badlands. This trailer was good. This trailer basically shows you. Let me phrase that. It doesn't spoil the movie, but it basically shows you how this is gonna go. He finds her. She can speak. She can translate his language, so she understands what he's saying.
I knew they would have to do something like that. I mean, when you guys were telling me,
she's not repeating it. She just understands what he's saying.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, I know when this movie was being premised as like the first Predator movie where the main character's Predator, right? Well, I mean, how are you gonna have him to communicate with the audience? Like,
No. To be fair, they did, but no. He has translations when he talks himself. It just he just understands what he's saying regardless.
Yeah.
Is what I meant.
Okay, gotcha. I don't think.
But yeah, when he talks to the Predator language, they have subtitles with the translation at the bottom.
Okay. Yeah, we do see some subtitles in this movie, though. Yeah, there's that.
So basically, we already knew who to run the litter. He came to the death plant to hunt the dangerous monster alive.
Yeah.
For the first time, we're going to see the Predator be a prey without being at the end of the film. She's only half a body, so she's basically there just to have a human character on screen that isn't a liability.
Yeah, look, is this like the same sort of robots that we have in Alien?
It's a setup for the crossover they already announced they're going to do eventually.
Gotcha. So this is the one with like that white liquid as blood.
Yep.
Robot?
This is Wayland Yutani's robot.
Okay. Just want to clarify.
So this already confirms the Predators, and at the same time, I have the new alien, which is connected to the old alien. So it's the same shit. It just kind of slightly retconning some small details.
Yeah.
But it basically sets the groundwork for the new crossover, and I guess why the Predators get a new, I won't say a new interest, but a renewed interest in going back to Earth. They ain't been in a long time.
Oh, okay. I guess Predators have a life outside of Earthlings. Audience is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
And
like if Disney's smart, any French. Go ahead, which.
And also little autistic kids with superpowers apparently, because y'all made me watch that movie.
I think they're retconning the dumb shit. I'm not gonna lie.
That was horrible. Which like,
dude, I watched the movie. You made me watch the movie for a movie night.
You're an asshole.
I don't watch Predator or Alien.
Wait, did we?
I'm sorry they made you do that.
The most recent Alien movie because I don't like realistic gore.
I can't recall if we watched that together. To be
Yes,
honest,
we did. It was your pick. I wasn't there, but I popped in.
Okay. Damn, we've been watching so many movies; it's hard to remember them all.
But,
I only remember because the week after me and Jake watched Predators, because I wanted to see them on the alien planet.
Gotcha.
Cryptid. I need to preface this. I even remember what the first movie we watched when I first started watching movie nights with you guys. Okay?
Everybody remember that fucking killer car film, okay?
The ghost car.
That was weird as hell, dude.
Yep.
And I was all Jake's pick. But we see the new Predator weapons and stuff and how they work. It's a lot of trailer that's good. It's just
they're primitive.
I still hate how they did it here.
It's an adjustment we have to get used to. I'll give you that. But yeah, I kind of like how his arsenal, right? They definitely look like a level 1 Predator arsenal audience,
Yeah. No shoulder cannons, no wrist things, none of that.
No,
just a sword and a whip, I think.
No, bow and arrow. But of course, it's alien technology, so they have to be glowing too at the same time, you know. So there's that. Um, yeah, I mean it's gonna be interesting, and it's gonna be by the same creative team as Prey, so that should give people
So you know
more
this movie's
credence
gonna
to
be
watch
pretty
this.
good.
Yeah, yeah, you know.
Prey's a good
And
film, but they made that Predator kind of dumb. So I hope they fix that problem.
I think like the Predator wasn't meant to be like super hella important to the story. I think the story was supposed to be about colonialism,
No,
and
no.
the Predator in question is supposed to represent that in a sense. If that
No,
makes sense.
that's fine. The movie itself and the message it was doing, it was good. It was just so the Predator in that movie lost because he got
Mhm.
shot in the head with his own weapon. The problem is he saw that would happen 2 times before that final fight, where his mask
well,
was off. He shot his wrist cannon, and it faulted his mask instead of what he was aiming at. So he tried to kill the dog with that, and he tried to kill her early in the film with that. And he saw that
well,
shit twice, and he still tried to do it. And
well,
that's how he died.
to be fair, he did receive brain damage before he had that final fight with her, so you could chop it up
I
to that.
get it. I'm saying I would say it kind of took away from her big W over him to make
Mhm.
him like an idiot to the major audience.
Yeah, I mean, well,
So
that's
most
one
people
of
are
the
not gonna like they're like with Kane. Most people are not gonna care about the details. They're gonna care that it looks stupid.
yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, like that's one of the caveats with Predator as a franchise. Like, you know, every Predator is going to be different. They're going to have the pros and
Yeah.
cons. You know,
This one's
so
feral, so he's an idiot. There you go.
yeah, he's more savage.
This
Like, you
one's
know,
young and trained, and he's a runt, so he's more willing to work with humans. So, yeah.
yep. There you go, and he has something to prove, you know, to his elders. So
Yeah.
there's
I
that.
will say the last thing I will say, the CGI is a lot better this trailer than the last one. I think this one's gonna be good, but I don't know how well it's gonna do.
Gotcha. But all right. Any final thoughts of this? We'll move on.
Not really.
No.
I'm kind of
Gotcha.
like I'm like at the same time, audience. I need a preface. I'm also like starting to like pack and finish all of my stuff before Comic-Con. So like,
Gotcha.
sorry that I'm not like fully here tonight.
You don't
Oh,
talk a
no.
lot to be fair. We done did a lot. It's fun.
Gotcha.
Look on next
Like I
one.
am paying attention and I do plan on talking, like contributing. But it's
Thank you. I wanted y'all to watch this scene. So when I
You
tell you
didn't
when
tell
Ben
me to
moved,
watch anything. I didn't watch.
I know. I told Jake I thought he was gonna be here. You're busy packing. I didn't want to bother you with something else. But when he moved his baby, that baby like fucking resume from Twilight. I'm telling you, that shit was ugly.
Is that why you insisted this be on the topic list?
That's the only reason I wouldn't talk about it. Because Krypton doesn't want to see more stuff. So I didn't even want to show it to him at first. But when I saw that fucking baby move,
Dog, let's just read Richard's
I mean,
paper.
you
I don't know
have
what's
a
wrong
fully CGI character holding a real thing.
yeah. I wanted to bring that up
I know
too.
that's not a real baby.
No shit, I could see that.
with. I can see this.
I'm not blind. Well, I'm not that blind.
You
It'd
could
probably be better if they had the guy in mocap holding a real baby. That shit was disgusting.
which you could see the child of the Invisible Woman. Huh. Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
keep in mind, Franklin doesn't. I mean, I don't know how much invisibility he uses, but I'm assuming that he doesn't really use it that much.
Gotcha.
Plus, this isn't
But
a
yeah.
new.
Well, he's not a mutant anymore, so.
Oh, that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Bro, it legit jump scared. That's the only reason I want to talk about it. It was not gonna be like.
I just wondered, was that like some AI last minute pull they did for that scene with the baby?
It really felt like it was the lead scene they threw in last minute.
Yeah, you know that explains why that looks so awkward.
I'm sure they'll see the complaining and try to fix it before the film come out in a week. But bro, that was. To be fair, with all the early reviews I heard, they hasn't spoiled the film. I don't want to feel spoiled. They did say there are 2 specific moments of wonky CGI. I think this is one of them.
Whew. Gotcha.
I mean,
It's a great film. It's good, but there's 2 specific moments.
Wow, they expect top-notch special effects from a movie that's placed in the 60s? Wow.
That stars Reed
Well,
fucking
no.
Richards.
For how much importance they put on this film, and how long it took to come out, how big they're doing it. Yes, I kind of did.
Jake, we were gonna say something?
Let's start Reed fucking Richards, bro.
Yeah.
That's
No,
amazing.
look, Reed Richards is smart man lying. He made this baby.
Yeah, sure.
Why is it?
What does it say about
All
Reed?
babies are ugly.
What does it say about Reed, huh? He's a fraud.
No. Well, Jake, maybe you should show him how to make a baby firsthand, right? Right?
You
Hey,
take
you know what?
Sue and
You know
you
what?
make the baby.
Give me Sue and give me 9 months. I'll be right back with you.
Hey, Sue is
Look
too
at that.
dedicated to Reed. Man, okay.
Yeah,
Like,
if she
the
didn't fall for
writers can't
Namor,
even-
she's not
look,
falling
the
for it.
writers can't even
Jake.
do a proper love triangle bullshit,
Yeah.
whatever they wanted to do with Namor. You ain't getting Sue Storm,
Look.
okay,
The
bitch?
closest we get is with T'Challa.
Yeah, look at this audience. Jake is so up in Reed's face that he thinks he could compete with Reed any size Richards. You know, like
Jake
No,
said
no,
15,
listen.
1,500 feet easy.
Listen, I can't compete with that, but you know what? I can compete. I can make a better baby. I can make a non.
Bitch, have you met Franklin Richards?
No,
mean,
it just got to be better looking, okay? That's all we care about.
Okay.
Jake, what
The
are your
baby will have
genetics?
powers
How good are
regardless.
your genes? How good are your genes that you can compete with Reed Richards?
I got the. You forget which I have the X gene. All right.
Yeah.
He can actually potentially be a mutant.
Yeah.
Wait, I do have a question though before we move on.
But
It's
keep in
not really
mind,
about the scene.
What me?
Which
Oh,
yes.
is Valerius super smart to superpower?
I guess it just depends.
Yeah.
Do people see it as a superpower? That it kind of would be. She's the smartest people in the world as a kid, but it's just brain power. So it's kind of so people don't want to call it superpower. It's a superpower.
Yeah, that's just being called a gifted kid, and so she's gonna suffer with burnout later.
I would say she was like as smart as Tony Stark. That's a gifted kid. Or smart as Ironheart. That's a gifted kid. She's smarter than the two smartest men alive at the moment she's born. The only person potentially smarter than her is Moon Girl at this moment. And the only reason we don't know because they both didn't take the same test at the same time.
The tests are BS. I don't know. Jake, I need a preface. Just because you have the X gene doesn't mean you're gonna make a good-looking baby.
Yeah, you can make goop for all you know.
It's true. But I have this appear. Actually, I just
Trust
want
me,
to know.
your baby could look normal at first, but if they're a mutant and their mutant power activates, you don't know what the fuck's gonna happen.
I'm a mutant prodigy. I have my powers at 3. All right.
You're not prodigy.
Look, at best,
You
the baby will have
definitely
super speed, force field, and the ability to turn invisible. He's just the son of Dash and Violet at that point.
Sure.
You leave David Elaine out of this, Jake.
What the hell is that?
You know what did annoy me?
Exactly.
You know what did annoy me?
Prodigy.
I did not know that was his real name.
The TV
Yeah.
spot.
Yeah.
The TV spot for Fantastic Four called The Incredibles. I'm like, come on. Like, come on.
I'm glad you get that though.
Hey, come on. Let's not try to pretend one movie didn't rip off the other. All right, Jake.
That's all I'm saying.
And
That's all I'm
Vespa
saying.
ripped off the Fantastic Four, now the Fantastic Four is being compared to its own ripoffs.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying, bro. I just feels a little insulting. I just feels like you're
No,
insulting.
you never forget. They even edited it with fucking Mole Man. The Incredibles one.
I feel that's a bit insulting, and I wouldn't take that disrespect. I wouldn't really try to compare myself to my competition like that.
It's weird. The exact quote was, "People are saying it's like a live action Incredibles."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, dog, Incredibles was a cartoon Fantastic Four. Like, what are we talking about?
Yep. But all right then. You guys have any final thoughts on this before we move on to which
It's an
topic?
ugly ass baby.
Yeah.
And it's weird.
I did the thing I wanted to do for my cosplay. Now I think the cloak is gonna fit a bit better.
In the last 3 weeks, I've seen 4 ugly ass babies. Is this baby?
Oh, God.
I saw the Thanos panel. I saw the Thanos panel again. You got Loki from One Piece.
Yeah.
And that was another ugly baby.
If
I
we
saw.
don't see baby Thanos at all, I think I'll be okay.
That's true.
Have you seen baby Thanos? That bitch is ugly.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've
Yeah,
seen
he was,
it. I read
why was he
Cosmic-
so bumpy?
I read Cosmic Ghost Rider Witch, so yeah.
I read Thanos imperative. I see what could happen.
Gotcha. But all right then. I guess with that, we probably should move on to the next one.
Yeah, I'll make mine
Yeah.
quick. Don't worry.
It's your turn, which yeah.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
okay. I didn't take
Get
any
some
notes
zucchini
because I
bread.
literally just finished it a few hours ago as of recording. But Blood of Zeus season 3 is the final season. You might be wondering, why did you never talk about this before? First of all, we didn't start doing this podcast until like last year, and 2, these 3 didn't even watch it. So
I'll watch it.
I mean, it's pretty good. It does have its flaws, the same with like the main Castlevania shows because it's made by the same studio. But yeah, basically, the season starts off. Spoilers. I'm getting into spoilers because I'm not gonna not spoil it. So basically, it starts off with what they left off in the last season. So Gaia is pissed off at the Olympians, valid, because they're dumb fucks, valid.
Always.
And basically summons the Titan. Well, summons a Titan. I don't remember what its fucking name is, but it's a giant monster Titan to start wreaking havoc. Okay?
Kronos?
As it does.
Yeah.
Because they deserved it.
Was it Kronos?
No. I'll get there in a second. It's a different Titan.
Okay.
And so while the Olympians are fighting this guy and then retreating and all this other stuff, because stay safe, worry about yourself before the giant monster, because both Ares and Hephaestus dies because of Aphrodite being there. Well, okay, here's the thing. So Ares died because he's an arrogant piece of shit war god, right? That makes sense. And then basically he dies, and so Aphrodite is like all sad and shit because like her affair partner dies. And so Hephaestus like goes in to save her before she got crushed by the giant Titan monster guy.
Yeah, hepatitis. Good job, bro.
And so he dies protecting his wife, even though he deserves way better, but whatever. Doesn't matter. He dies too. We'll come back to them later, okay? So basically Gaia goes into the underworld. Because guess who she's freeing? Your boy Kronos. He's a fucking asshole. Dude, like, okay, when he got released from prison and they took off like the they're not really cuffs because they're covering his whole hand, both of his hands, like fully. But once like those came off and I heard his fingers crack, I was like, I bet that must have felt delicious. You know when like you crack your fingers and you get the pops and it feels really nice? That's what I think felt. I think that's what it felt like.
That's the last thing I ever want associated with the Titan Kronos who eats baby.
Delicious bone cracking. Get the gas bubbles out of your fingies.
Austin, think of it this way. There's a reason why they call the cereal Snap Crackle Pop. You know?
Hey,
that
yo.
good feeling. Yeah.
So yeah, basically, so Kronos basically releases the rest of like whatever other Titans were there. So like Helios and a couple others that I don't remember the names of off the top of my head, but I know Helios because they said his name.
The sun god was held captive?
Yeah, they were all held captive. Even though it doesn't make sense for Helios because he's the Titan of the sun.
Yeah.
He pulls the sun. That's his thing.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
But I don't understand why some of these Titans were here. Like Helios, I'm like, you have a job. Go hang out in the sun.
I guess even a god could be bad at his job, I guess. You know?
Okay, Apollo is like being polyamorous and super fucking horny, okay? Leave him alone.
Mm-hmm.
Let him be polyamorous. He got a boyfriend and a girlfriend, okay?
Yeah.
Leave him alone. Anyways, not important. He's also focusing on not dying. Priorities.
Okay.
So basically, Kronos and crew take over the entire underworld and basically makes Hades do the Titan Atlas's job. So Atlas holds up the earth, right? So basically, they made Hades do that job. Besides holding it up, he has to turn like this like giant wheel or whatever the fuck, you know?
What the fuck?
The dude does not deserve it. Hades does not deserve that. Come on.
Okay, if you've seen the last season, you might understand a little bit, but at the same time,
Gotcha.
yeah. But here's the thing. Before he did this, he threw 3 people into the abyss. And you might be asking, who did he throw into the abyss? Which, if you get thrown into the abyss, you're dead. You're not just dead and your soul goes to the underworld. Like, you're gone forever, okay?
Right.
So the first person was one of the judges, like that judges your soul in the afterlife.
Yeah.
The next one was Ares.
Berserk.
The third one was Hephaestus. And
Berserk.
Okay.
and he almost threw Persephone into the abyss as well. And you might be wondering, why Persephone, you may ask? Well, so there is a barrier outside of the underworld, which basically is if it's spring or summer, Persephone can't go into the underworld. Because if you know anything about the myth between Hades and Persephone, you understand. So basically, she was trying to go in, but she couldn't get into the underworld. So she was buying Hades more time to get their children, Zagreus and Melanie, to safety. Okay, which he was able to do. He basically put them into a slumber, because of like a potion that Hypnos made, which keep in mind, we never see Hypnos. He gets name dropped. I don't think we ever see him. Justice for my boy.
That's the god of sleep, right?
Yes, son of Nyx. Which if Nyx
Yeah,
was
the
here,
god of night.
yeah. If Nyx was here, the primordial goddess of the night, half of this shit would not have happened. I'm just going to be 100% real with you. Half of this shit probably would not have happened. In the goddess Nyx we trust. Anyways, besides the point. So basically, he puts those two into a long slumber, to keep them safe, and puts them in like a little cave, right, like in the tunnel, down into abyss, just to keep them safe, just in case. Luckily, Kronos did not go after the kids, because that would have been fucked up, you know.
Oh yeah.
And you might be wondering, what happened to Persephone? She died fighting that monster thing I told you earlier about. By giving Hades more time, she did pass away. And Demeter found her body before her soul was collected. This will be an important fact later, okay? And so basically she's like, well, fuck. Well, my daughter's dead. I kind of feel bad about everything. So, I'm going to help out even more. We're going to get Zeus out of the underworld because if you didn't know, he died in the first season.
Thank God.
He's, a spoiler alert, he's back officially now.
Damn it.
I know. Basically this whole season was basically Kronos is out wreaking havoc because Gaia was pissed off at the Olympians, valid, because they're fuck asses. And basically Kronos wanted to take control of basically create the new Age of Titans, like they would be ruling the heavens and whatever. And the gods are like, we have to bring Zeus back. So basically that's what the gods are doing. I didn't even get into everything, but we also have Heron and the other human characters and Seraphim. By the way, I need to preface that. So basically, Heron decides to help Seraphim, help get his lady love soul into the Elysian Fields, because that's the only place where Seraphim knows that she will be safe. That's the only safe haven from Kronos' wrath. Okay? So they have to go on this whole ass quest to go get this one soul to the Elysian Fields. Okay? They have to fight monsters. They fought the giant Titan monster twice in this whole season, by the way. I need to preface. Yeah. The first time, they survived thanks to the help of their homies, their human homies, which one of them was named Alexia. Kofi was the other one. So, and they helped out because they were able to get some cool invisibility cloaks because of Athena. Thanks, Athena. Yeah, and then at first they're like, we're not going to help this guy who literally killed my men. Fuck this Seraphim guy. But Heron's like, trust? I think he might be the one to help save the world. Okay? Trust me. He's my brother. Yeah. It's fine. By the way, that's Seraphim's up front, Heron's in the back, okay? Seraphim has giant's blood in him because of plot reasons. He was born human, and Heron is a demigod, the demigod son of Zeus, aka blood of Zeus, okay? So basically, they have to go to like this palace of the wind, like the wind gods or whatever the fuck, to get this necklace from this one evil lady chick or whatever the hell. They have to go talk to the Oracle Orpheus for a sec. because he's an oracle now, I guess. I don't know. It's just a head, by the way. But the way that they had to get to Orpheus was they had to fight a Dionysus cult, which does not sound shocking at all, because if you know anything about the history of Dionysus, that does not surprise anyone in the slightest.
Mm-hmm.
Raise your hand if you're surprised that there's a Dionysus cult. No
Sure
one?
did.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, basically, they were just like, they sacrificed a bull to start their process, and they were going to sacrifice one of the other human characters, Ekio? Don't quote me on that. It was started with an E, I know that for sure. I sent a picture of him to my friend, to one of my Castlevania mutuals, Dasha, shout out. And I was like, can we just joke and pretend that this is Grant from Castlevania 3?
No.
It wasn't obviously. Like, we were joking in our little DMs.
If he can't make it his own show, he can't make it in his show, okay?
He's a thief. It works. Anyways, not important. I'm getting off topic. So basically, he was about to get sacrificed by the Dionysus cult, but then the rest of the crew shows up and saves him. And so, yeah. So basically, the leader of this cult takes him to Orpheus. Orpheus helps him out by giving them information. The crew goes to the palace of like the wind gods or whatever the fuck. They're dead. The wind gods are dead because of this chick with dark magic or whatever the fuck who has a necklace that they need to get to the underworld. Well, they don't need to get into the underworld. They needed to convince Heron to take this soul to go get judged and then to the Elysian Fields. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Okay, cool. So basically, they do that. Some of them got possessed a few times because of this chick. They had to break a bunch of mirrors, which if I had to choose between being killed by this chick or having 7 years of bad luck, I don't know, man. I don't know. But not important. Not important for what we're talking about. All you need to know is that, unfortunately, one of my faves, Kofi, sacrificed himself to kill this chick. But don't worry, he's going to hang out with his wife in the afterlife. Yay!
Mm-hmm.
Just imagine me doing jazz hands doing that. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna call him Ekio until I remember his name. So basically, when they all get to the underworld, Ekio's like really upset, valid, because his best friend and maybe boyfriend died. Okay, partially because of Seraphim and Heron and crew. But Heron's like, hey, trust my instinct. We're gonna get this done. He will not die in vain. Okay, and so he's like, okay, cool. So basically, Heron and Seraphim go into the underworld by themselves because it wouldn't be right for the living mortals to go to the underworld. Okay, it's bad juju. Okay.
Yeah.
So they do that. They convince Heron with the shiny necklace to take the soul to get judged into the Elysian Fields, and they do that, but they have to hide under Charon's cloak thing in the water, so that they don't get caught by Kronos, because he's still chilling out in the underworld because he couldn't find Zeus, and he's trying to get Hecate's torch to find Zeus so that he can kill Zeus. Does that make sense? That's like one of like the things that he wanted to do to be able to rule the heavens again. Is get Hecate's torch. She ain't giving that shit up. Just letting you know, okay? My girl Hecate. Okay,
No.
not to be underestimated, okay? Okay. She's like, I don't remember if she's like she is definitely a goddess. I just don't remember if she's a primordial. I know she's the daughter of Titans, so it makes sense. She has beef with the Titan. Why not? Anyways, not important. So they get through, they get the soul to get judged. Seraphim reveals like his true form, his current form to this priestess chick. I forgot her name. It starts with a G. Don't worry about it. Because every time that he showed his, like, we see him with his lady love, he goes on like a more humanoid appearance, so less blue skin and horns, more just a guy with a lot of scars, and everything like that. And he's like, "Oh, drink this potion. You'll forget everything about me and all this other stuff. Blah 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 blah. You get the idea." And so he leaves because he can't imagine like seeing her not remember him, like he's willing to like have that sacrifice. And so he leaves. She's upset.
He's a human, right?
Who?
This is a human he's dating, right?
Yes, she died. She was
I
a
was about
human.
to say.
I don't remember of which god, but it does not matter for the sake of this conversation. Okay. Oh, hello,
What the
John.
fuck?
It was my roommate's dog. Got it.
Okay.
So basically, she goes to get judged, and so basically, remember when I told you that one of like the judges was thrown into the abyss? Well,
Yeah.
they got a replacement for him. And so basically, this was like a very short trial compared to what Zeus got in the last season. Like, she didn't even get to defend her fucking case, by the way. Which is like, what? I know we don't have a lot of time. No puns intended, because Kronos is here. But,
Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll respect our respect Zeus, okay?
like, if you're gonna focus on this trial, at least, like, give her a chance, you know? So basically, they're like, oh, like, your life as a priestess was, like, good and noble and everything, but before you became a priestess, you did a
You
lot
are
of
a
fucking
thot.
shit. You did a lot of fuck shit. I don't remember if they ever brought up what she did before she was a priestess. I'll have to rewatch season 2 for that.
Clearly the leader of the Bathhouse, okay?
She was a part of the Dionysus cult. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
I'm not.
I don't remember. Well, I'll Google it later.
That's my head
Not
canon now.
Not important. So basically, all you need to know is that she was not granted permission to go to the Elysian Fields. And so one of the Furies who was hanging out with Kronos was like, hey, she wasn't awarded the Elysian Fields, right? I'm going to take her with me. And I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want with her because guess what? She's not going to the Elysian Fields, besties.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, the Fury takes her to hang out with Kronos because Kronos was going to use her to get Seraphim to join his side. Yeah. So basically, we get to this standoff between the Titans and the gods. And so Hera, who has basically redeemed herself at this point, after talking to Heron's and Seraphim's mother in the afterlife and everything like that, and reconnecting with Zeus and everything like that, because he's currently in hiding at the moment. And keep in mind, she was even talking to a Cyclops who made a fake Bident, by the way, this will come important later, of Hades' Bident. And so basically, she's like, hey, let's do this the old way. Let's do an old-fashioned, like, little mini tournament or whatever. You get your 2 best, we'll get our 2 best, and we'll duke it out. And if you win, you can get this torch that belongs to Hecate. And if we win, you fuck off. I feel like that seems pretty reasonable, right, guys?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Okay, cool. So basically, Kronos was like, okay, I'll take myself and that big monster guy that killed 3 of your guys, okay? And so, Hera...
Hitman said, I'll take myself and I'll take Godzilla.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Even though he doesn't really look like Godzilla, but doesn't matter. So
No, I just
basically,
mean like...
Hera and Seraphim are like, okay, we're going to fight in their honor. Okay, and so they're like, okay, cool, whatever. I'll fight a guy with giant blood and a demigod, whatever. It's an easy fight for me, but go prepare, I guess. So basically, we get a scene with Heron and Alexia, and basically she confesses her love for him because they were low key crushing on each other throughout the whole show, but it's fine. And I need to preface something. Heron's life was like cut, like his string was cut. And so he didn't have a lot of time left to live. So basically, we find this out because you want to guess who cut his string?
Who?
Place your bets on which Olympian god. Place your bet.
I wish it was Hera.
It was not Hera.
Hephaestus?
It was not Hera or Hephaestus.
Okay, who was it?
I'll give you a hint.
Hepatitis.
I will give you a hint. She is an important part into the lore of Hades.
Persephone? Yeah. No.
Close. You're really close.
Eurydice.
No, she's not in this, but she gets name dropped. It was Demeter.
Oh, okay, Demeter.
Because she was mad at Zeus and wanted Heron to suffer, even though Heron didn't do anything.
Oh, my God. We didn't fight about it, bitch. What the fuck you doing?
It's like if you have beef with Zeus, go beef with Zeus, not his kid. You're not Hera. You don't do that.
Yep.
Heron has beef with the bastard children, okay? That's her thing. Anyways, so she gives him the string that was cut and was like, hey, if he gives it to the Fates, like, you'll live your long, happy life, you know? And we get a couple of, like, future shots, quote unquote, with him and Alexia, like, getting married and having a kid or whatever the fuck. Like, that was what was gonna happen, you know? So basically, they have a little kiss, whatever. We're cutting back to the scene where we get the scene with Heron and Alexia, and she's like, okay, if you wouldn't mind, I would love to be your shield maiden, you know, for this fight, just for, like, the extra support. And he was like, perfectly fine by me. And Ekio's here, too. He's also a shield maiden in this, you know, 'cause he wants to help out the crew. Basically, the fight starts. And at first you think, oh, those two are going to die because, you know, they're small compared to the two fucking titans that couldn't even bother to shrink down to help to, like, reasonably fight these two.
Why did I give away my only advantage?
Yeah.
Why not? Anyways,
Keep in
mind, they killed the first guy. They killed the big Godzilla motherfucker first because he can rejuvenate pretty quickly. Seraphim got a couple good hits on Kronos before the other guy died. And so basically the only reason why he was able to do that was because Heron gave Seraphim more time. You want to know what happens? He sacrifices himself to kill this guy.
Wait.
Yes.
Not to hurry you along, but we have 10 minutes to 12 and 3 more topics.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Almost done. I'm almost done. Okay, so basically...
Uh-oh. Just like that.
So basically, that's it. I guess. That's what I said. That was so funny.
Okay, I'm almost done.
Okay, wait, now go ahead.
Okay, quickly. So Heron sacrifices
Just so we're all aware, I
himself.
have 10 minutes.
Seraphim uses Heron's sword.
I know.
Heron, so basically Seraphim uses his Heron's sword to do the final blow to Kronos with the help of Zeus, Poseidon, Hades, because they did a swap-baroo of the fake and real Biden to get the rest of them out, you know. So basically, the Olympians win. They set up a couple statues for Heron and Seraphim because apparently Seraphim died. I don't remember how he died, but he died off screen apparently because he survived that fight. And so basically, it ends with Heron going to meet his mother in the Elysian Fields, and Seraphim joins not long afterwards. And we do get some cool concept art. I could not tell you what happened to the kids of Hades and Persephone.
Burning Hell, let's go.
I don't even know what the fuck happened because Persephone's soul is like in Hermes' little soul horn or whatever the fuck. She's still here. Not important. All you need to know is that they're dead. And happily ever after, we get some cool concept art at the end. That's it. There we go. I'm gonna go get some water because I was talking for a long time. Anyways.
Okay.
Like the season. Sad it's over. Okay, I'm gonna go get water. Be right back.
Gotcha.
We're probably going to speed run the rest, so if you want to just leave and go ahead at this point. Let's speed run this shit. Also, the Endgame. I like the remake of the poster.
Yeah, it looks good. I didn't read the article too much, but apparently, like, we'll get more information this upcoming San Diego Comic-Con. So
they want people to clarify if it's the end of the Ultimate Universe or not. I don't think it is. I think it's the end of the maker's control of it.
Yeah, it's as much as an end to the Ultimate Universe as Endgame was the end of the MCU universe.
As long as the absolute universe is going on, they're not going to stop their side universe.
Yeah, of course not, you know? So, yeah. All right. I mean, I guess we could just... There's not much more we can talk about. Let's move on to the next one.
People really thought this was going to be an actual movie, and I was like, don't fuck, no, it ain't.
I just request that they get rid of
Captain
America.
I love that you're making the film, though.
Yeah. I just do have a request.
We're finally getting more Ultimate X-Men. That's all that matters to me.
Gotcha. I just have one request about this event. Get rid of Captain America. I don't want to see that Dennis can't write him anymore. So let's move on to the next one. So, all right. Speaking of events, we also get an event from DC called Absolute Evil coming this.
Fuck you guys.
Wow, because they beat up our boy Batman so much.
Yes.
Oh yeah, this coincides with like the debut of Absolute Catwoman 2
This
audience.
is literally just a take from Dora, by the way.
That's what I said when I first saw her.
I'm like, what the
Isn't
whose
that
idea
one
was
character from the
this?
Durarara?
Yeah,
It's a
Dora. I
fishbowl.
forgot.
Keep in
It's
mind,
stupid.
keep in mind,
We
guys.
also
I
got
don't
our
know.
first look at Poison Ivy. Well, I didn't catch it before we started the show.
Oh, okay. I'll have to look at that
She's basically
afterwards.
like think of it like a man covered in like veins and blood, talking about the green.
Oh, jeez. All right. We'll see how this goes. Let's see. This issue. This is going to be written by Al Ewing. Ooh, I was surprised by that. It's 2 oversized one shots. We'll see what happens there. I just really wish somebody here could have took charge of the Absolute Comics because, like, I know those are selling pretty good actually, but none of us here are really reading any of the books.
I've been reading them. Just they all, other than Superman. I guess I could do Superman one day, but the rest of them kind of. Martian Man and Superman are consistently good, but the rest of them are so up and down on big choices I actually hate that it's hard to keep up with weekly. Well, every other week.
Okay.
But if you want, I will do Superman and Martian Manhunter one day.
All right. Yeah, just an overview of what's going on.
Or at
over
least
there,
leading up to this event.
Gotcha. So yeah, as far as the villains uniting, I mean, hey, just in time for October.
You see Joker.
Mm-hmm.
You kill a
Killer
Croc. Killer Croc. A female.
A guy with a big hand.
That's Bane.
Okay, yeah, there.
It literally just seems like all the Batman evil villains we've seen so far, and like a Wonder Woman.
Yeah, true. Well, we'll see what happens. Again,
apparently this Joker also isn't the Joker. Apparently, or some shit I heard. I don't know.
Oh god, like anybody's a Joker. Basically, that's the route they're going with. So, okay. But yeah, I mean, there's really nothing much to say about this.
Yeah, we didn't get a lot of details. Everyone waiting for Comic Cons and stuff to do all their big announcements and talk about this stuff.
Gotcha. But anyway, I guess with that we could pretty much move on to the last topic.
I will say this: it's weird with the universe already being like, punching up to try to like do anything good. They're doing another event to kick them down because usually the problem with every book except Superman right now.
Oh dang!
But let's go next thing.
See if it works out for them. Okay, who wants to announce this one?
X-Men: Age of Revelation. Fuck you. Fuck this story. Fuck. The whole point that guy becoming Revelation. Okay, so what's Cypher's name?
Huh?
The guy who could talk to Krakoa. His power that he talks language and stuff.
He has
Cypher.
the
What's his
ability to
name?
speak any language.
What's his real name? You remember?
Doug Ramsey.
Doug Ramsey became the heir to Apocalypse and became renamed Revelation.
What?
Yeah. I didn't think I didn't know you didn't know this.
Dude. You had to have
but
there, dude.
Yeah, him and Apocalypse came close during the Krakoa, and then at the end of Krakoa they did heir to Apocalypse event. He won. Now he looked like a light-skinned Apocalypse. That's what I was talking about before the show.
No. They gave him a better design though. He got a glow up.
Yeah.
But as you can see here, we're still just going to get. He's basically just Apocalypse.
Uh-huh.
and we're just getting another Age of Apocalypse event, but a different Apocalypse. This is not the time for this. This is not what came out now.
And this is going to involve what? A new form of a mutant disease taking over the world?
There's another alternate future, another mutant disease. Spider-Man couldn't keep up, so he put a whole lot of radiation into himself to give himself more powers and stuff, which is why he looks stupid.
Gotcha.
Most of the heroes got new names now. For some reason, Laura Kennedy decided to become take the name of the infamous rapist Sabretooth.
I don't know. I mean, there's already a female.
Wendy back. I'm like, why did you bring this motherfucker back?
Yeah, there's already a female Sabretooth out there.
Cloak and Dagger have a book in this.
Yeah, that's the only cool thing I'm excited about. But we got new Cyclops, new X-Men teams. Some people know, some people don't.
And to fill out a status quo, we will have an X-Men team book that's led by Kamala Khan audience. So there's that.
Yeah, they haven't even So right when she finished her X-Men universe rewrite bullshit, we're going into this. And we haven't even finished the current event before they announced this. We're still doing the Age of Doom. Well, Doomsday.
man.
Where we're going into.
That
A
thing
one
is-
world under Doom.
That event has outlasted its welcome at this point. You know, like
I don't think so. It's just not because they haven't really fucked any book over yet. Again, out there
gotcha.
is fine, but it's clear where it is. Like the next thing that comes out, what needs to be did.
Yeah. So, in terms of the books,
But
we're getting a lot of books coming out of this
Yeah.
X-Men event. Oh, by the way, the virus.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. The
you go
virus
ahead.
is called the X virus. Huh.
Okay, those lazy motherfuckers. It's like, why are we still doing the alternate universe bullshit? Alternate timelines, alternate universe stuff. When it comes to X-Men. I don't care that this is a potential bad future with you. And that's every other book for them. That's every other X-Men story. He should have tried to do this shit now. And they tried to stop.
Yeah.
Or something. I don't care about these future versions of X-Men because most of them won't fucking matter. Whoever comes back in time to stop this is the guy who's going to matter. Who's the bishop of this story?
Also, Quentin Quire is
or the
getting his
cable.
book, and I'm pissed off.
Yeah.
At it.
Oh, Mega Kids, fuck Quentin Quire.
Fuck Quentin Quire. I'm glad I'm not.
I don't see how niggas like this dude. I understand the writer who created him loves him, but fuck that guy.
Fuck
we're
Quentin Quire.
also we're getting an Avengers team filled up with all mutants. All mutants taking up the mantles of Avengers.
We'll never
just
get an
Alpha
X-Men
Flight?
team full of all Avengers. Fuck you guys.
Isn't that just Alpha Flight? Because they try to get as many
Yes.
things as possibly can on that fucking team.
At 12 o'clock, they gotta go, so I guess it's
Yeah, we ran out the clock, so
it's fine. We basically got our thoughts about it. We're not excited
Yeah,
for this.
sorry, I had to talk about Blood of Zeus. I'm sorry.
So, alright, audience, join us next tomorrow when we talk about the comics of the week. So, alrighty, play that in.